And here we go. It is time, folks. Round 2 commences. And of course, it's gonna spotlight the New York Knicks. And here today, they take on the Philadelphia 76ers after they shocked the world, shocked Boston, and took them down in round 1 in 7 games. Now, they played 2 days ago. The Knicks had 3 days off as they played 4 days ago. The rested team is the home team here in New York, Madison Square Garden. I fully expect our New York Knicks to come out with the right mentality. They seem locked in. The Atlanta series is the most impressive series I've ever seen a Knicks team play. They better continue it here today. Let's get ahead, start the show. Not much else to say. We'll run down the rotations real quick as always. But of course, let's lock in. That's right, we're gonna keep the party going, because it's not every day that you manage to make it to this point in as dominating fashion as the Knicks have managed to do so. And so I expect them, even though they expected to take on a Boston Celtics team, I expect the New York Knicks to be ready for the challenge that will be this Philadelphia 76ers here today. Full expectation that this will be a dogfight of a series. Full expectation that this will probably not be a 4-game series or a 5-game series, although you know my mentality, Knicks in 4 until proven otherwise. I fully expect this, every game, to come down to the wire. Except for maybe tonight, because like I said in the intro, the Philadelphia 76ers are coming off a pivotal, a grueling, a monstrous 3-1 Game 7 victory, 3-1 comeback Game 7 victory against Boston in Boston, exercising all kinds of demons. Joel Embiid comes up hobbled into that game. Tyrese Maxey goes off, plays 40-plus minutes, majority of that series. They don't have much of a bench. We'll go through what they got going on. It's not a whole lot. And so I'm really looking forward to how they match up here in this game when obviously we can go back and pick apart what happened in the regular season, but we know what happens in the regular season. As a matter of fact, I'm fully aware that 3 of the 4 matchups, the Knicks were coming off a game. It was the second night of a back-to-back. I'm fully aware that 3 of the 4 matchups, the New York Knicks were playing their 3rd game in 4 nights. Both of them coming in Philadelphia, which we know here for the playoffs is actually a home game for the New York Knicks. So it's now really an away game for New York. Jay Chang, what's up, Jay Chang? Knicks in 4-5. I love it. I love the mentality. I love the confidence. You know my mentality. Knicks in 4 until proven otherwise. I'm fully aware of the context around those games. Of course, we can go back and look at the box scores and see that Joel Embiid maybe didn't play in 2 or 3 of them, or Paul George was out. Or we can look at the Knicks and see, well, Mitchell Robinson didn't play this game and Townsend didn't play that game, and all of these things. And so ultimately, what I decided to do very quickly in my minimal amount of research, my minimal effort of research, was throw all of that out the window. It is a brand new day. This Philly team is not the Philly team we watched in the regular season. This New York Knicks team may be that peak, pivotal, full embodiment of the Knicks that we fully expected to see. So with the Knicks playing at full potential, coming off the Atlanta game, hopefully they carry that over into this series, and the Philadelphia 76ers playing at their full potential, how do they match up now? Because that's not something we're going to be able to find and evaluate in the regular season matchups. And so I'm very, very excited for this game here tonight because I'm not 100% sure how these teams are going to match up. who is going to guard who. Obviously, we know that is an incredibly important topic when it comes to the New York Knicks, because it's like, okay, where are we hiding Jalen Brunson? Right? Who is Karl Anthony Towns going to guard? Who is OG Anunoby going to guard? Those are the three most important matchups. And of course, the 76ers having one of the largest trump cards in the NBA with what feels like almost a completely unguardable player. Just one of the rare archetypical superstars you'll see. A guy who just has elite quickness and elite speed and elite athleticism, as well as shooting touch, as well as an in-between game, as well as the ability to play in the paint and finish amongst the trees. Tyrese Maxey is a true blue superstar. We saw that 2 years ago in his debut to the NBA world. I mean, if you were locked into the NBA, you already knew who Tyrese Maxey was. But he debuted to the NBA world 2 years ago in that first round matchup against the New York Knicks. And so I'm fully expecting Tyrese Maxey to, again, be somewhat comfortable, pretty comfortable overall in this matchup against New York here today, because they still don't have a great matchup for him. But yeah, I think we'll see a lot of Alvarado on him. I think we'll see a lot of Deuce McBride on him. I think we'll see a lot of Landry Shamet and maybe get an opportunity to guard him. But when it comes to the starting lineup, you don't have a great matchup. Mikal Bridges stepped to the table. Is this going to be a Mikal Bridges series? We know he didn't really have a large part in that Atlanta series. Can he show his worth? Actually, that's not true. He had a large part in the Atlanta series in shutting down Nickeil Alexander-Walker, but he's not necessarily going to lock down Tyrese Maxey, who's just on a completely different level than the previous matchup against the Hawks. And that's not even getting to, that's not even including, that's not even bringing up the biggest number one obstacle in going on to the next round and beating this team. And that is, of course, the big man in the middle, Joel Embiid, who seems to be somewhat healthy as Joel Embiid probably could ever be for a playoff run. We know he came up hobbling a little bit in the last game. A couple of guys fell into his knee. He seems fine. He seems ready to go. After the game, he was in good spirits. He was, I think, what were they labeling it? He was not questionable, not doubtful. He was probable. He was probable for tonight's game. Whatever it was on the injury report, he was probable for tonight's game. So here we go. And then we know he's coming off the appendicitis surgery anyway, right? Anyway. So he's got two things he's going to be dealing with here tonight. I will say that the Knicks have a much better matchup for Joel Embiid when it comes to putting pressure on him both offensively and defensively between Karl Anthony Towns and Mitchell Robinson. There really is no full place for Joel Embiid to hide. We know that 76ers will likely try and hide him on Josh Hart. Josh Hart proved to be a 40% three-point shooter throughout the regular season, did not shoot it well in the Atlanta series. But what they got for us in store here, Josh Hart, who I fully expect to have pretty uncontested looks from three in this series. You're going to have to rise up. You're going to have to knock him down. He's going to be incredibly important to this matchup. And if not, I need Mike Brown to have a quick hook and get either Deuce McBride or Shamet or one of these other perimeter guys into the game and force Joel Embiid to guard Karl Anthony Towns. You have to. You have to. Dennis Floyd, what's up, Dennis? Nice suit. I think I remember seeing in the last two games. Interesting. Absolutely. Absolutely. We are not changing the suit until, and hopefully we don't have to change the suit, the Knicks lose. Look at the Fleas with a very generous super chat. Appreciate you, Fleas. Appreciate you. He said, I got my Timbs on. Let's go, Sheppy. Let's go, Knicks. Appreciate you, the Fleas. Thank you for your generosity, big dog. Jason said, Mitch about to give Embiid out. We'll see. I hope so. Brandon Peabody, what's up, Brandon? Being realistic, Brunson is a bad defender. Whoever has him on him is a mismatch. Yeah, but if they decide to put Jalen Brunson on Kelly Oubre and Kelly Oubre wants to isolate and take Jalen Brunson, go ahead. If you're going to boil down your offense to, we're just going to attack Jalen Brunson and run and give the ball to Kelly Oubre and isolate, cool. Now, I don't expect Philly to do that in abundance. Maybe they'll do that occasionally. What I do expect Philly to do is try to bring him into pick and rolls and pick and pops, no matter who he's guarding, and try to exploit his inability to guard coverage in space like that. I'm not too concerned about it yet. Of course, we're going to have to see the matchups, though, and see how it plays out. Obviously, to start the Atlanta series, they tried to put on C.J. McCollum to kind of bait them exactly into that. And C.J. McCollum was like, well, I know I'm 34, but I still got it. I still got it in me. And so we absolutely cooked the Knicks, and they had to switch up the matchups. So we'll see. We'll see. The Knicks have seemingly been amenable to changing their matchups depending on how the series is going, and hopefully they'll be able to do that this year. Hopefully. Fung Pei, what's up, Fung Pei? Robert Cross, what's up, Robert? Alyssa Lester, Niall Dimitri, Corey Thornton, Paul Dog NYC, appreciate you guys. Keith, what's up, Keith? Who else do we have in here? I'm going to have to scroll all the way back. We already got 200 people in here, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to get to everybody, but I appreciate you guys for hanging out here. Go ahead, throw your names in the chat. We'll shout them out as we go down. But just scrolling back a bit, of course, we have the Fleas. We have Ian Parkins, Bernard Johnson, Villainette TV, Tiz Blaka, appreciate you, Iron Wolf, Carson, Nikki, TT in the morning. What's up, brother? Spotty T, appreciate you guys, man. Appreciate you guys. All right. David, what's up, David? I like the 76ers on the road because this year both teams went on the road. If you're referring to like the matchup in the regular season, yes, the road team won every game. The Knicks won both games in Philadelphia, and Philly won both games in New York. But like I said, 3 of those matchups came on interesting circumstances, of course. Isaiah Gardner, what's up, Isaiah? Felipe, what's up, Felipe? Ty Eagles, appreciate you. Thegnon Gambles, what's up, Thegnon? Robert Cross, gifted 10 thumbs up. Appreciate you, Robert Cross. Thank you for your generosity, brother. Really appreciate you, big dog. Thank you for that. Doing too much? Robert Cross sent 3 things. Oh, my goodness. Appreciate you, Rob. Appreciate you. Thank you for that, Robert Cross. I see you. It's going to come up both the other time. Mark, what's up, Mark? Of course, as always, brother. Doing too much. Said this New York City crowd is going to be electric tonight, as well as they should be. As they should be. Robert said, I didn't know I could do this. Yeah, we are all figuring it out together. I'm still not 1,000% sure what it is, but I do know their contributions to the community, and I very much appreciate it, guys. So thank you for that. Ty Eagles, what's up, Ty? Let's get ready to rumble. Yes, sir. I did get an email earlier today, Robert Cross, even though it's been active on the channel for 2 weeks now, I think, maybe longer than that. I did get an email this morning explaining what it is. From YouTube, like sent it out to people like, hey, this is now a thing. So I'll go through it at some point and figure out exactly what it is, but I appreciate your generosity in helping out Robert Cross. Thank you for that, brother. Felipe said, looking sharp as always. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you. Go Cat. It should be a big series. So let's run down real quick. We know Brunson, again, we talked about, and the high vibe getting us started off right as well. Robert Cross, the high vibe. My guy, the Fleas, appreciate you guys for your generosity. My guy, the high vibe, said, I got my, that's the Fleas. He said, Chef, New York is battle tested and ready to go, as they should be, brother, as they should be. Yes, sir. That's why we wanted Atlanta in that first round. And the Knicks, they passed that test with flying colors. Not said, it is time, boys. Heart's about to be broken. And it's game one. Game 1 in a 7-game series, so we got some time to figure some things out, but the Knicks should get off to the right foot here today, absolutely. Madrasi, what's up, Madrasi? Hoping you see Mitch and Cat play simultaneously. I do think we'll see a decent dose of that during this series. Bible, what's up, Bible? It's about time that New York stand up. Yes, sir. Chaos Kid, what's up, Chaos Kid? Dre, Mike, Lewis Lee, appreciate you guys. Ram Jam, what's up, Ram Jam? Mets win, Knicks next. Hopefully New York is up. Let's run through the Knicks real quick. And Brandon Peabody getting on in the action. Appreciate you, Brandon. Appreciate you. He said, ABT Man is playing, or Ant-Man. I see what you're getting at. Ant-Man is playing. Hope he's 100%. Go Wolves. I hope he's as close to 100% as he could possibly be. I doubt he's 100%, but the police keeping the party going. Appreciate you, brother. Reminding people, he said, like the stream, we're outside, Chevy. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Nowhere we'd rather be. Of course, we're always going to be outside. We're here. We're here. As Julius Randle said, we're here. Keith Modeste, what's up, Keith? Danny White, what's up, Danny? Knicks in 5. Knicks in 5. My mentality is always going to be the same. If you ask me realistically what I think the series is going to be, I can't see this being anything other than a 6 or 7 game series. But my mentality going to any playoff series is always going to be Knicks in 4 until proven otherwise. Until they lose a game, it's Knicks in 4. And if they do lose a game, it's Knicks in 5. And if they lose 2 games, it's Knicks in 6, and obviously so on and so forth. Kinahara, what's up, Kinahara? I would not play, and if he's not 90%, let's get him right. They may not have a choice. He might be as healed as he could possibly be without taking like 2 or 3 weeks off. So they're just like, okay, let's do it. Let's roll the ball out. So. All right, let's run through the Knicks real quick because I think the more interesting conversation comes down to the Philadelphia 76ers and how the Knicks match up with them entirely. Again, who starts on Jalen Brunson is always going to be a question. Do they start PG on him? Do they start Kelly Oubre on him? I tend to think they'll probably start Oubre on him. They'll throw a different mix of guys out there. You'll see Oubre. You'll see Paul George get his opportunities to guard Brunson. You will see Quinn Grimes off the bench has his opportunity to guard Brunson. I'm sure Maxey will get switched on to him in multiple occasions. We'll see how he holds up in that matchup. But of course, Jalen Brunson's going to go matchup hunting. He's going to try and pull Embiid into action. He's going to try and pull Maxey into actions. And so it's going to be an interesting series to see which stars hold up best defensively. Because they will matchup hunt Jalen Brunson on the other side as well. Maxey will try to pull Brunson into matchups, and Embiid will try to pull Brunson into matchups. We'll see how they end up playing out of it. Bible said Maxey could hold JB. Maxey's a good defender, but there really isn't too many people on the planet who could hold Jalen Brunson in a one-on-one situation. PK, what's up, PK? Say to everybody, hit the like because they sleep too much. Appreciate you, PK. If you guys are enjoying the show, remember to hit that like button as we continue the night. Marcus Miller, what's up, Marcus Miller? Russell Field, what's up, Russell? Justice's dad, of course. Happy to see you, brother. Philly going to be tired? They could be tired. That could play a factor here tonight. I was talking with my dad before the game started. Of course, we were talking about the game and what we thought. And I was like, I don't know, man. I think it's going to come down to the wire. I don't really see any blowouts in this series. And he looked at me, dead in my face, straight face, and he said, I got Knicks by at least 12. So they're coming off game 7. I said, that's a good point. I didn't factor that in. That's true. So I didn't factor that in. And thinking about it, it's like, yeah, I think anything less than a 10-point plus victory from the Knicks today, I think it should be expected, especially here in Game 1, coming off a hellacious 7-game series against the Celtics, a euphoric win for them. We'll see if that sort of energy transfer will make its way here in this series for Game 1, or if Philly's going to be able to lean on their young guys. We haven't even talked about VJ Edgecombe, but we'll get to him in a second. Again, who's going to be matched up against Towns? I assume they're going to have to put Joel Embiid on him, but they might try to do the thing where they put their wings on him, have Embiid guard Josh Hart, have Embiid play off of Josh Hart, help out in the paint so Karl-Anthony Towns can't play out of the high post there, or they can't run any kind of sets in the paint because Embiid's sagging off of Josh Hart. But we will see. We will see. I think the Knicks have counters for that, and I'm very excited to see it. I think the Knicks will force Embiid to have to match up with Karl-Anthony Towns. We'll see how Nick Nurse plays it. It's really interesting. It's really interesting. Keno Hart said Jalen Brown 100% on Embiid's flopping. Yeah, I mean, that goes without saying. Everybody in the world. We all got 2 eyes. We all have 2 eyes, right? Right, Keno Hart? We have 2 eyes. We know what we see. We know what we see. He is the most egregious flopper in the NBA. But everybody in the NBA flops to some degree. Some do it more than others, and some are better than others. The Flea's still going through. Oh, my goodness, it's another one for my guy, The Fleas. Appreciate you, brother. He said 100 likes before jump ball. Let's go, Sheffy crew. Appreciate you, Fleas. My goodness, what generosity. You know you don't have to do that, big dog. You know you don't have to do that. You know I'm going to read your comments as much as I can anyway, but I appreciate the support and the generosity. And, of course, the call out to the community to get the likes up in the chat. So I appreciate you, The Fleas, man. Very generous of you. Appreciate your support. I said, yeah, but you can't be flopping like a fish when you're as big as that. Yes, and that's what I was getting to, Keno before my guy, The Fleas, cut me off with his generosity. He is the most egregious in my book. He is number 1 of most egregious floppers in the NBA, for sure. SGA is up there. Brunson is a bit up there, although I think his is a bit overstated. But all stars flop and everything, like we just said. But yeah, I got Joel Embiid as the most egregious flopper in the NBA. And in particular because he's 7 feet tall, 300 pounds. What are you doing? What are you doing falling to the floor when being guarded by Jalen Brown in the post? We'll get to that. We'll see how it goes tonight. I'm sure we'll have a rant at some point because he will flop his way to the foul line. That's key number 1. Whoever's guarding Joel Embiid, I assume is obviously going to be Karl-Anthony Towns to start the game here, is going to have to stay out of foul trouble. We know Karl-Anthony Towns can struggle with fouls, although he did a very good job post All-Star break of not getting himself in the foul trouble, so it's going to be very, very important for him to do so. Keno Hart said JB is up there, ain't making excuses. He ain't 7'1", though. Yeah, and that's the point. You got a 7-foot-tall, 300-pound, giant human being flopping to the floor being guarded by, 6'7", 6'8" guys. Even when he is guarding by guys his size, you breathe on him wrong and he flops to the floor, right? Or he's flailing his arms out. It's egregious. You're right. And JB is up there, yeah. But like you said, he's doing it because he's being guarded by 6'8" guys and he's 6 feet tall. So at some point he has to find an advantage somewhere. Raymond said, love being here with you. Enjoy the game. Appreciate you, Raymond. Crazy, what's up, Crazy? Sons Jen, appreciate you, brother. All right, let's get to Philly real quick because we are going through introductions here. We know OG Anunoby was spectacular in the Atlanta series. Hopefully he can carry it over here today. He's also going to be relied upon in certain stretches of the game, probably towards the end of the game, to be matched up with Joel Embiid the way he was in last year's series. And it's going to be critical. It's going to be absolutely critical in how he's able to guard him and how Joel Embiid looks to attack him in those situations. But he's going to have to continue shooting that three-point shot the way he did against Atlanta. Don't go cold now, OG. Don't go cold now. We talked about Mikal Bridges having a not-so-great series against Atlanta. As a matter of fact, a pretty poor series against Atlanta up until that final game. But I did obviously want to shout out in tremendous defense against Alexander Walker, locking him down in that series, holding him and limiting him in that series. We'll see who he's matched up with. I assume he's going to get the first crack at Tyrese Maxey here. Different breed, different Peter player he's going to have to be able to stay in front of. And we know Mikal Bridges can really struggle fighting through screens as well as staying in front of quick ball handlers. And obviously Tyrese Maxey is the quickest and fastest of ball handlers. So it could be a tough matchup for the Knicks up until they go to the bench, where I do think they have better options at guarding him between Deuce McBride, Alvarado, maybe even a Shamet. We'll see who gets the first crack off the bench in guarding him. I assume it's going to be McBride first. Stir Show, what's up, Stir Show? You know, I said, did I hear Anne Hathaway likes him? I am so jealous, and she's from Millburn, Jersey. Yeah, I mean, she's married with kids, but yeah, OG Anunoby's probably your favorite player on the Knicks. Rated, what's up, Rated? Sarka, what's up, Sarka? I have a feeling Kaz getting in the foul trouble early. I mean, that feeling is knowing that Joel Embiid is a flopper and does an excellent job of getting himself to the foul line. So hopefully, Karl-Anthony Towns stays out of foul trouble, right? Play straight up. Don't foul him. If he knocks down shots, he knocks down shots, but don't get into foul trouble. Josh Hart is going to have an interesting series because, like I said, I fully expect Joel Embiid to be guarding him and to be sagging off of him and giving him wide open looks. Josh Hart, if that is the case, please knock down your shots. Please be confident. Don't hesitate on the threes. Line them up and knock them down, big dog. Christian Gores, what's up, Christian? Simon Ja, what's up, Simon? Mitchell Robinson, of course, is also going to be completely valuable, looking for revenge against Joel Embiid after being injured in the previous series. We know what he can do. We know he can be a bit of an Embiid stopper. There is no stopper for the superstars of the NBA, but he makes his job very difficult. He always plays him extremely well. Hopefully that is the similar case here in this series. The High Vibe said VJ is a wild card. He is a wild card, mostly because when he plays well, Philly feels like they're unbeatable, and when he doesn't play well, suddenly they have a liability out there in the court offensively. Mike, rebound. Absolutely. Stir Show said Cat 4+ fouls is a free spot, along with 2+ missed free throws for Mitchell Robinson. Hopefully not. Christian Gores and Mitchell Robinson, huge for the series. Yep. And I think Deuce McBride, Landry Shamet, Jose Alvarado, quickly covering those three guys, extremely huge in this series off the bench, because I think those three guys are the best matchups we have for Tyrese Maxey. It'll be interesting to see. Are we going to Shamet? Are we staying with Alvarado in the rotation? I like Alvarado in the rotation a lot. I think that's who we should stay with, but I'm not against trying Shamet out there in certain spots. Appreciate you, Fleas. Appreciate you for your generosity, brother. Thank you for that. Mo Diawara probably isn't getting minutes. Same with Sohan. Clarkson is going to be interesting. He's been a wild card in and of himself, a mini version of what VJ Edgecombe provides to this Philly team. So we're going to run out of time as we're getting ready for tip-off here. But again, we kind of went over the Maxey thing. We went over the Embiid thing, and those are the two most important players to cover here. The other wild cards, what version of Paul George are we getting? Are we getting the version that showed up against the Celtics, or are we getting the version that showed up throughout the regular season, right? It's going to be interesting to see from jump, see what he looks like. And then you also have VJ Edgecombe. Again, when they beat the Celtics, he knocked down threes. In the 3 losses, he went 0, made threes in those games. So, all right, here we go. Quinn Grimes off the bench is really the only guy they have. And they'll go to a backup big, probably Drummond, as they went in the last series. Not Bona, but we'll see. Here we go, getting ready for the tip-off. Appreciate you. Of course, we have the bingo card up, and we'll go through it as the night goes on. But more important to cover the game and get that going. Here we go. Tip-off of round 2. Of course, it starts here in New York. And Karl-Anthony Towns steals the tip. They're going to re-jump the ball. Karl-Anthony Towns stole the tip, meaning he tipped the ball before it hits the apex. You're technically not supposed to touch the ball before it hits the top of its apex. Towns versus Embiid. Battle for it. Embiid wins it. And here we go. Maxey will bring it down. Let's start the show, y'all. Let's do it. Maxey hands it off to Embiid, hands it back off to Maxey, coming to his left off the handoff, out to Embiid, out by the three-point line. Has Bridges switched on to him, he's going to go right into the post. They get it to Embiid, high post, being guarded by Bridges, stops, turns, spins, one-legged, kicks it out. Maxey, left wing, rounds the line by Towns. They kick it back up top to Embiid. By the half-court line, he's got to heave it up there. It's an air ball, and it's a shot clock violation. And it's a shot clock violation. First possession from the Knicks is an excellent defensive stand. It's a turnover. They may have ruled the basket interference. Do they call it basket interference? So it's not a shot clock violation. It's not an offensive goaltend. They're saying the shot hit the rim. It didn't hit the rim. Maxey tipped it to hit the rim. It's a shot clock violation, but they're going to give it back to Philly. And OG Anunoby picks up a foul running through an Embiid screen. And if that's not a great way to start, what should have been a turnover, the officials already on some BS, missed it already, missed the call already. Keno Hart said challenge. I wouldn't challenge on the first play of the game, but I do like the sentiment. If I'm Mike Brown, I'm freaking out. I'm making that a big deal. Here we go. Edgecombe gets it over to Paul George, coming to his right, dancing with it, step back, being guarded by Anunoby, step back, baseline, pull-up jumper, hits the backboard, almost knocks it in, and it's out of bounds off of Philly, and finally the Knicks get the ball back. Here we go. Knicks' first possession of the series. Brunson bringing it down. He's being guarded by the rookie Edgecombe. We did an excellent job of him in the regular season. Let's see if he can keep it up here in the playoffs. They get it over to Josh Hart. Josh Hart on the left wing, trying to get the Towns in the post. They can't get it to him. He spins off of Oubre to the basket. Gets blocked by Oubre on the chase down. Look at Oubre go. Knicks fan, appreciate your contributions. Hit ahead to Paul George, being guarded by Anunoby. Driving it down, pulls it out. Can't get it to anybody. Spins. Can't get it to anybody. Excellent denial defense from the Knicks. Maxey blows past the defense to the lane. Loses the handle on it. Josh Hart picks it up. And some more great defense from the Knicks. Josh Hart bullet pass over to Bridges. He'll take the baseline. He'll go up for a two-handed slam. Way to get out and run. New York and McHale. You love to see it. 10:35 to go here. Finally. Here comes Edgecombe bringing it down. And we still got the party going. Appreciate you guys for your generosity. Way to get your names up on the screen. Appreciate it. Love to see that. Edgecombe maneuvers into the mid-range, knocks down the pull-up baseline jumper over Josh Hart. What a tough shot for the rookie. Getting it going here for Philly in the second round. Josh Hart up top, coming to his left. He's being guarded by Oubre. Swings it over to Brunson. Brunson being guarded by Edgecombe. Coming to his left, swings it over to Towns. Up top, Towns fakes the handoff, keeps it. Swings it out to Josh Hart, being guarded by Maxey. Josh Hart in the left corner. And Josh Hart with the shot clock winding down, tried to hit at the Bridges, and it gets kicked by Maxey, so 14 back on the clock for the Knicks with 10 minutes to go. Eamon Owens, what's up, Eamon Owens? Fungpei, what's up, Fungpei? Let's pull up our bingo card. Unfortunately, we didn't have a spot earlier in the game, but hopefully, as the game continues on, we'll be all right. Knicks versus 76ers, there we go. All right. Cat hands it off to Brunson up top. Brunson, jab step, coming to his right, step back, foul line, fall away, over Edgecombe, got it to go, play off Jalen Brunson, activated. Activated, JB. He may be ready for the regular season, but he may not be ready. He may not be ready for playoff Brunson. Embiid has it up top out by the three-point line, hands it off to Maxey, gets it over to Paul George. And it's a foul on Karl Anthony Towns, trying to fight over an Edgecombe screen. And I don't love the way they're officiating the players fighting over these screens, man. I don't love it. Chef Mecarina, what's up, Chef? Appreciate your generosity. I appreciate all you guys getting in on the action. Ball knocked out of Embiid's hands, knocks out of bounds. It's going to stay here with Philly, but good defense for Karl Anthony Towns there. Stay away from the fouls, Towns. Stay away from the fouls. Mike said refs are going to do anything to stop the Knicks. Keno Hart said, why are these jewels? It's a new feature that YouTube has implemented with the live streams. I'm not entirely sure what they are either, but it's a way to help contribute to the community. Embiid gets his stolen at Karl Anthony Towns. Great hands. Here comes Josh Hart, who gets fouled by Embiid. So now we have one foul on Towns. We have one foul on Embiid. Embiid comes up slightly limping. And there's Jason with it. Appreciate you guys. I mean, this is over here over the score. I might have to find maybe we maneuver a little bit lower. and put it over the chat at least, right? Appreciate you guys. Brunson gets it into Towns. Towns up top. There we go. Now it's down here. Now it's down here, guys. Towns, 3. Line me up, Karl-Anthony Towns. They hand it off to him. Embiid playing off of him. He knocks it down. So far, advantage to Towns. 7-2 start. A little over 9 to go. Maxey has it up top, being guarded by Bridges. Hands it off to Paul George. Swings through to his right off the Embiid screen. Pull up 3 for Paul George. In and out, can't get it to go. Towns the rebound. Hands it off to Brunson. We're off and running. We're pushing the pace. Brunson on the left wing. Hands it off to Towns as the trailer coming to his left. Lost the handle, picks it up. He's got nowhere to go. Trying to get it to Anunoby. Good denial defense from Paul George. Trying to get it over to Brunson. He picked up his handle already. He fakes it. He keeps it. Tries to get it to Brunson. And a lot of contact between Karl-Anthony Towns and Paul George or Oubre there. And it ends up being a turnover on Towns. They don't call a foul. Embiid has it. High post being guarded by Towns. It's going to bring it down into the post. Double team. They swing it out. Edgecombe. Extra pass. Paul George. Straightaway 3 over Anunoby. He got that one to go. Knicks a little slow in the rotations back out there. Got to get there. Got to get there, Knicks. Brunson gets it over to Towns up top. It's back to a 2-point game. Towns picks up his handle. Gets it over to Bridges. Bridges being guarded by Maxey, gets it back to Towns, hands it back off the Bridges, coming to his right off the Towns screen, off the handoff, pulls it out. Mikal Bridges Embiid switched onto him. They swing it out to Josh Hart, fires up a right corner 3. Josh Hart, halfway down, but he gets it to pop out. And now here comes Maxey bringing it down the other way. Maxey up top, pushing the pace. Being guarded by Bridges, coming to his right off the screen, steps back, swings it over to Edgecombe, pump fakes being guarded by Anunoby. Edgecombe puts up the 3 anyway over OG, and he rattles it in. VJ Edgecombe, man, he loves these away games. He loved Boston Arena, and he loves Madison Square Garden. For whatever reason, that kid's made of stones, man. That kid is made of stones. He's got 5 points tonight. He's 2 for 2 from the field. Towns has it up top, being guarded by Embiid. Towns looking for an outlet. Can't get it to anybody. Towns keeping it. A lot of standing around from the Knicks. Great defense from Philly. Not giving the Knicks any off-ball opportunities here. They try to get it to Bridges. Cutting back door. Ball knocked loose. He catches it. He heaves it up there at the buzzer. Hits the rim, but he can't get it to go down. Not a shot clock violation. And here comes Maxey. 7:30 to go here in the first. 8-7. Maxey up top. Coming to his left. Off the Embiid screen. Down the lane. Leaves it off. Embiid. Foul line. Pump fake. Now puts it up over Towns. Can't get it to go. Rebounded by Anunoby. Some excellent defense from both sides here, man. Taking away what each team wants to do. Josh Hart down the lane. Flips it up. Can't get it to go. Battle for the rebound. Towns can't snag it, but it's a loose ball foul. Kelly Oubre, as Towns got his legs taken out from under him by Oubre, and he hits the deck hard. Not what you want to see. Susan, what's up, Susan? Not what you want to see at all. Towns down on the floor hurting. Took a nasty fall. Christopher Baskerville, what's up, Chris? Daniel Dash, what's up, Daniel Dash? Knicks fan, of course. Appreciate you, brother. I'm going to game 2 for my 18th. There you go, Knicks fan. Yes, sir. Have a great time. Hopefully it's a party out there. Your confidence is Paquito. What's up, confidence? Towns limps to the bench, takes a hard fall. We're going to get a timeout here, 7:14 to go. Just that said, Cat got pushed. He got his legs taken out from under him, going for that rebound. I don't know if we're getting a challenge here or what, but not said, we're getting scammed for our shot clock bingo squared a little bit. Keenar said, what was Cat holding? He took a nasty fall, fell on his back. He's kind of holding his lower back area and kind of went hobbling to the bench a little bit. I think it's just kind of like a sore thing. I mean, you land on the flat of your back. You're a 7-footer. Got a lot of weight to you, right? When you're 7 feet tall, it's a long way down when you're 7 feet tall when you hit the floor. So for like us normal human beings like that, like that's a hard fall, but you kind of pop back up and you're like, ooh, yeah, that hurts. When you're a 7-footer, it kind of hurts a little extra. BMR said, too early for Towns to be flopping? If you think that's flopping, big dog, I don't know what to tell you. You might want to try landing on the flat of your back and see how you pop back up. Joseph said they got Embiid locked down so far. Embiid and Maxey yet to score. VJ Edgecombe with 5. Paul George with 3. So we'll see how the game continues to play out. Brunson with 2. Bridges with 2. Towns hit a 3. But it's been excellent defense from both sides, man. It's been excellent defense from both sides. Suns Gen said less leg sweep, more leg trying, and failing to jump a small fence. A little bit. Oubre is under him, which is never great. Either get out of the way or go up as well. Don't stand there like this. You know what I mean? You're under the rim on a rebound opportunity. Mike said Cat will be all right. He'll be all right. Keenar said for old Cat's flaws, he isn't much of a flopper. In the traditional sense, he is a flailer. He's not a flopper. He's a flailer. He's going to flail them arms out. And that's what gets people annoyed. Nick Yak said it hurt more than he is hurt. I don't know. I think he'll be all right, though. Landed on his back. He'll be all right. He'll pop back up. Brandon said, like the guards for Sixers, Edgecombe and Maxey give you a lot of offensive production. Edgecombe is hit or miss. Seems like he's a bit of a hit tonight. He's got 5 points on 2 for 2 shooting. Maxey is obviously incredible. He's awesome. He's going to be fantastic in this series, I assume. But, yeah, they're good, right? We know where you're going to get from Brunson. Bridges is a wild card in the backcourt. Josh Hart can be a wild card in the backcourt. And you know you're going to need to be able to rely on Towns and Anunoby's production here. You're going to need to rely on those guys. So both of those guys need to show up, and so far I think they have. Some solid defense. A little bit more from OG Anunoby, but he hasn't taken a shot yet. But Philly's doing an excellent job in these off-ball actions from the New York Knicks right now. Excellent job. Right, so they're getting to Towns in the high post, and the Knicks are running all these back screens and top screens, and Philly's doing an excellent job of fighting through them and denying passes, and so they're not getting anything out of these actions. I think Karl-Anthony Towns is going to have to take him off the dribble a couple of times just to keep him honest, but he already knocked down a 3, so he's keeping him honest in that regard. Fung Pei said, the flailer is not as bad as the full-blown flopper on the egregiousness iceberg? Yeah, for sure. Bible said Mitch and Joel will fight before the end? No, that will not be happening. I'd be surprised if it did. Both players too important to their teams to do something as silly as that. Just that said Oubre got 1 at least. Oubre has a foul. Joel Embiid has a foul. Right, as far as the Knicks go, we have 1 for Towns and 1 for OG Anunoby. So that's not great. Both of them coming off fighting through screens off ball. So that wasn't great. Here we go. The Knicks are going to inbound it. Anunoby gets it into Towns. Towns gets it over to Brunson. Left wing pump fakes. Drives to his right in the lane. He puts up the floater. Got it to go. And the foul for Jalen Brunson. Locked in right now for JB. 2 for 2 from the field. Nick Yak said, any surprises with our coverage assignments? Not really. I think the surprise is that it's been very straight up. They have Towns on Embiid. They have Anunoby on Paul George. They have Brunson on Edgecombe, Josh Hart on Mikal Bridges on Maxey, and Josh Hart on Oubre as Brunson knocks down his and 1 free throw. And same with Philly. Philly has Embiid guarding Karl-Anthony Towns. They have Paul George guarding Anunoby, and they have Edgecombe guarding Brunson, and then everything else is kind of chalk. They have Maxey on Bridges, Oubre and Hart. Embiid in the post against Towns, draws the foul, that's 2 fouls on Karl-Anthony Towns, and there we go. There it is. Towns going to the bench with the 2 fouls. 7 minutes to go in this first quarter. Can't swipe down if you're Towns, just keep the arm up. If he knocks down the shot, he knocks down the shot. I know you had a couple of strips on him earlier in the game, but you can't be in that position, swiping down there. Mike said Embiid doing his job at the flop. That's a foul. That's, we could say flop, sure. That's not egregious to me, but that's a foul. You can't swipe down there if you're Karl-Anthony Towns. Just keep the hand up. If he knocks down a little flip shot in the paint, he knocks down a little flip shot. You got 1 foul. You're too important to the team to swipe down there and look for another strip steal. You're too important. Jay Gardner, what's up, Jay Gardner? I absolutely despise Embiid. It's hard for me to fathom anybody outside of Philadelphia fans who likes watching Embiid play. I mean, the guy is the most egregious flopper at 7 feet tall. It sucks. Mitchell Robinson getting his first crack here tonight. See how it goes. Jason said, Mitch time, baby. Give me some solid minutes, big dog. We need it. We need it. Roger G. What's up, Roger G. He said, release the Mitch. Hopefully we play well. Hopefully Mitch plays well. Embiid knocks down both free throws. He's a knockdown free throw shooter. We're approaching the halfway point, about 6:50 to go here. My timer slightly ahead, but we'll catch up. Here comes Brunson, bringing it down. Coming to his right off a Robinson screen. A pull-up 3 for Brunson. He can't get it to go down. Bat on the glass for the boards. Embiid picks it up. He's bringing it down the other way. Over to Paul George. Paul George up top, being guarded by Anunoby. Paul George dancing with it, coming to his left off the Embiid screen. A pull-up 3 over Robinson. Paul George got it to go. And Paul George, he's looking like vintage Paul George like he did against Boston. Man, that 25-game absence really did him well. Brunson up top being guarded by Oubre now. They switch the matchup. He's coming to his right down the lane. They throw a lob up top. Mitchell Robinson goes up and grabs it and throws it down. The lob threat from Big Mitch needs to be there against Philly in this series with Joel Embiid playing in a drop. Embiid hits Maxey, come back door, jab step, down the lane, kicks it to the corner to Paul George, extra pass, Edgecombe, wide open, left wing 3. Edgecombe can't get it to go down. Josh Hart the rebound. We're bringing it down the other way. 6 minutes to go now. We're at the halfway point. Josh Hart on the right wing. Looking for a partner to hand it off to. Gets it over to Robinson. Hands it off to Brunson. Coming to his left. Edgecombe in chase. Foul line. Pull-up jumper. Got it to go for Jalen Brunson. He's going off. Jalen Brunson with an excellent start to the game so far. And it's a 1-point lead for the Knicks. The Knicks and the 76ers going back and forth now, trading leads. 13-14, 1-point game. They get it to Embiid in the post, being guarded by Robinson. He faces up. Jab step. Waving everybody through. Swings through to his right. Down the lane, inside to Oubre, a two-handed slam. Brunson getting caught ball watching. Great cut from Kelly Oubre there, and a nice pass from Embiid. 5:30 to go here. Brunson up top. Brunson going to look to run the pick and roll with Robinson, coming to his right. Brunson, now in and out dribble, coming to his left. Down the lane, scoop lay with the left hand. Got it to go. JB is in his bag here tonight, guys. He's got 9 quick points here in this first quarter. They don't have much of an answer right now. It looks very easy for Jalen Brunson right now. We'll see how Philly continues to play this as the game goes on. Maxey dancing around the Embiid screen, pulls it back, gets it over to Embiid, running to the rim against Robinson. Holds on to that pivot foot the crowd wanted to travel. Pump fake. Backing him in. Pump fake. Draws the foul. Can't get the shot to go down. He's going to the foul line for 2 free throws. And that's a foul on Mitchell Robinson now. We got 2 fouls on Cat. We got 1 foul on Mitch. And we knew this was going to be a problem coming in. Why did I give the Knicks 1 point? It's 16-15 with Embiid going to the foul line for 2. Just that's a 2 on Embiid. Got to get 2 on him. You got to get another foul on Embiid for sure, yeah. Carson said, I feel like your only problem is Maxey because who's going to guard him? And only problem 76ers Jalen Brunson because who's going to guard him? I mean, that's most teams with their stars. Embiid knocks down the first free throw, ties it up at 16. He's got 1 more coming. Stir Show said Embiid about to start a riot in New York. Judge that said flops galore. Stay on your feet. Stay on your feet, and he wouldn't be able to flop against you. Robinson getting caught in the air off the pump fake. Can't get caught in the air. Gigi said, love the fact that JB is doing his thing, but let's get other involved. You wouldn't have this opinion if Karl Anthony Towns was going off, right? Don't have that opinion when Jalen Brunson's going off. If Jalen Brunson has the matchup, go get me a basket. Game is about putting the ball in the basket. If Jalen Brunson's the guy to put the ball in the basket, then go put the ball in the basket. Clarkson, McBride also checking in as Embiid goes 2 for 2 from the foul line again. And here we go. We have under 5 to go. Brunson bringing it down, being guarded by Paul George. Brunson coming to his left off a Robinson screen. Brunson dancing around. He's got Paul George chasing. Brunson pump fakes, looking for an outlet, kicks it out to McBride, swings through to his left against Grimes, half spin, blows past him, but a foul on the floor before the shot attempt. Foul on Quinn Grimes. Philly's in the bonus, by the way, for the final 4.5 minutes here in the first. Morty, man, what's up, Morty? Gigi said, so forget about OG? Who said forget about OG? Everybody's going to have to get on the action. You think Brunson's going to score 100 points? If Brunson's got the advantage right now, you continue to play through the hot hand. Basketball 101, Chi-Chi, come on. No agendas here. Brunson up top, jab step coming to his right, being ordered by Paul George. Step back, foul line, fall away. Brunson got it to go. My goodness, is he a machine right now. He's giving buckets to everybody. Edgecombe, Paul George, Kelly Oubre, it doesn't matter. They get it over to Embiid up top, out by the three-point line. Trying to hand it off to Maxey. They do. McBride in chase. Gets into the mid-range. Snaking it back to his left hand. They kick it out to Embiid. From 3. Pump fake. Swings through to his right. Dancing with it. Shot clock down to 5. Embiid. Loose with the handle. Step back. Mid-range. Fall away. Got it to go. You got to let him live on the diet of those shots. He's more than capable of knocking those down consistently. You got to let him live on those shots. Brunson coming to his right, beating a trap. Pull up 3 for Jalen Brunson. Oh, my goodness. Jalen Brunson can't be stopped. The burner has been lit here in game 1, y'all. Here comes Maxey bringing it down, being guarded by McBride. They get over to Paul George, trying to go right back to Embiid. They get it to Embiid, being guarded by Robinson. Embiid faces up, left wing, high post, leaning in, pump fakes, swings it out to Maxey. They get it back to Embiid. Embiid again, pump fakes, puts up the jumper. Too strong, can't get it to go. That's excellent defense. Let him live with that. Just put a hand up, contest, that's it. Brunson bringing it down, being guarded by Grimes now. Brunson's going to pull it out and dance with it. Brunson trying to run the pick and roll with Robinson. Coming to his right. Brunson, step back, dancing with it. Swings it over to McBride. Catching 5 for 3. Line me up, Deucey. Line me up, Deucey. 24-19. And a timeout for Philly as the Knicks take a 5-point lead. That's what we like to see. That's what we like to see right there. Everybody primed and ready to go. Primed and ready to go, baby. This is an excellent game so far. The shot making has been fantastic. Brunson, 14 first quarter points, 6 for 7 from the field. He's missed 1 shot, folks. He's missed one shot. Deuce McBride right off the bench. He's chasing Maxey around. He's flying around defensively. You'll love to see it. He draws a foul on Grimes. He gets a catch and shoot three off of Jalen Brunson, drawing all the attention in the world. Brunson dances with it against Paul George. He pulls it out. Everybody thinks he's going to shoot it. Last second, he swings it over to McBride. Quick catch and fire. We know he's got that quick release. We know he's got that high arcing shot. He can get it all the way up there. He's going to let it fly over anybody, and he knocks it down. Deuce McBride knocking down an early three is a beautiful sign. Beautiful sign. Not a great sign, a beautiful sign. Jason said JB explosion opens up everyone else to go off. Absolutely. They gave it to Karl-Anthony Towns early to start the game. Towns knocked down a three, and they tried to play that high post game where they have a bunch of actions off ball trying to get people open. Nobody could get open. It was excellent defense from Philly. So you know when everything breaks down, you know what you do? You hand it off to one of the best isolation players in the league. And it's not like he's even playing isolation. He's running pick and rolls with the big men. He got a lob up top to Mitch. He had the kick out to Karl-Anthony Towns for the three. And outside of that, he's been cooking everybody. Isaiah Gardner said, why were they letting Brunson open? I mean, they're not letting Jalen Brunson get open, but that's how good of a basketball player Brunson is. He's got 14 first quarter points here. 14 first quarter points for the Knicks. If Jalen Brunson, this is not going to happen, but I just wanted to point it out. If Jalen Brunson could outscore Philly in the first quarter, what a glorious first quarter it would be. Knicks getting off to a 5-point lead here. You love to see it. Timeout for Philly. Want to calm things down. You can definitely feel the energy in the building building up. Boiling to a point, the crowd ready to explode on every shot. Captain Mast, what's up, Captain Mast? Steven collect cards, what's up, Steven? Captain Mast said, we got the lead. Sorry, Sixers fans. It's early in the game. A lot of game left. Game one, fully expecting this to be a tough one. Fully expecting this to be a fun back and forth affair here tonight. I really can't wait. I can't wait. I can't wait till we're like third quarter and we're deep into the game and hopefully the Knicks build up a double-digit lead. So far, Maxey not doing a whole lot. 0 points, took the one shot, that's it. That's all we've seen from Tyrese Maxey. They're playing heavily through Embiid, which obviously is good because Embiid is a very good basketball player, but outside of the free throws, he's 1 for 5 from the field, which is why I'm saying let him live on a diet of mid-range shots. Just put a hand up. You're 7 feet tall, guys. No need to go for the pump fakes. No need to go for all the theatrics of the dribble and the little step backs he's looking to. Like let him heave him up there. Let him put up these jump shots. Don't let him in the paint. Right? And if he knocks him down, he knocks him down. That's a great player being a great player. And Embiid's going to put up probably 30 a game in this series. Isaiah Gardner said, and Cat needs to stop reaching. Yeah, no need to reach in. Keenan Har said, Chevy, don't jinx it. Tyrese is a killer. He's going to go off. Here's the thing, Keenan Har. There's nothing I can do to stop Tyrese Maxey from going off. He's going to go off in this series. Like Embiid, he's probably also going to average around 30. Both of these guys, between the two of them, they're going to get 60 points a night for this Philly team. It's about how you hold down the other guys. But so far, I think it's very, very important to realize that Maxey's not doing much right now. They're letting Joel Embiid cook here. 1 for 5 from the field and not a great start from the field, which is why, again, let him shoot the jump shots. Right? Stay in front of him. Stay strong. Stay wide. Let him shoot the jump shots. Nick Yak said, let Brunson go ISO until they stop him. I mean, they're just running good offense. They're not letting him go ISO right now. They're running good offense. They're running their actions and not getting much out of it. They're getting it to Brunson and running pick and roll. So they're getting them in motion, and Brunson is able to play off the gravity of his own teammates running off the pick and roll. So continue to do that, and we'll be all right. It's not isolation from him a ton. Paul George looking for the foul, doesn't get it against Robinson. Clarkson able to pick up the short rebound, and he's bringing it down the other way. And it's a foul on Justin Edwards, purposely fouling Mitchell Robinson there, sending him to the foul line, I assume. Yeah, the Knicks are in the bonus. They're going to send Big Mitch to the foul line for 2 free throws. Big Mitch, this is your moment, big dog. Knock down your free throws, brother. Knock down your free throws. B Solo to B Solo. Brandon Peabody. Only team I can see getting swept in the second round is the Lakers. Yeah, that's fair. I got them getting swept as well. Robinson, a new routine at the foul line. He misses the first one. I don't like that new routine. He kind of spun the ball in the air, then caught it in the air, and then shot it. I don't like that new routine at all. I don't like that at all, Mitch. I don't like that at all. Go back to the old one. Miss Mar, what's up, Miss Mar? And all the fans. Feeling blessed tonight, streaming full game from home, but I keep the chef on the phone. Appreciate you, Miss Mar. Hope you're having a good time tonight. Hopefully it's a good game for us Knicks fans and we walk away with a victory. Robinson misses both free throws. Paul George with the rebound. They're bringing it down the other way. All right, Big Mitch, knock him down, brother. Knock him down. Allow them to keep fouling you. That's fine. I'll live with that. They get over to Embiid. They hit over to Grimes. Grimes left wing three. Beautiful action. He misses the three, though. Robinson a rebound. They get it over to Brunson. Brunson will bring it down. And Justin Edwards is going to foul Robinson. That's fine. That's 2 fouls on Justin Edwards. If you want to get you guys into foul trouble, get you guys into foul trouble. I know Justin Edwards doesn't play a ton, but knock down your free throws, Mitch. Knock down your free throws. I'm fine. I'm fine. You guys know my opinion on the hack a player situation stuff. So Robinson had the foul line for 2. All right, Big Mitch, knock him down, brother. You missed 2. Now you owe me 2. 50% is the bar I'm gonna set. It's the lowest bar I could possibly set for you, brother. 50%. Crowd on their feet. They got belief in you, and you missed the first one. Gets a wild bounce on the rim, hit the front of the rim, bounced to the back, bounced over the top, hit the front of the rim again, and fell off. Come on, Big Mitch, we got it. I know. We're right here together, brother. We're right here together. Come on. Court Beck's bingo card. Yes, sir. 2 consecutive missed free throws. We're pretty good on that consistently. Kelly Oubre is going to come in for Paul George. Roger G. Wall said, next one falling. Yes, sir. Stir Show said, Sixers, but end of their bench should just foul Mitch every possession. That's what Justin Edwards is doing. So Robinson, the foul line, misses all 4 free throws. Come on, Big Mitch. Come on, brother. That last one rattled in and out. Come on. We got you. We got you. We got confidence in it. Here comes Maxey bringing it down, tries to split the defense, gets tripped up, it looks like by Brunson there, and it's a foul. It's going to send Maxey to the foul line for 2. B. Will said, Philly know they can't run with the Knicks, trying to mess up the flow. Knock down your free throws. It's a viable strategy. It really doesn't take that good of a free throw shooter to stop teams from making you foul them. If Mitchell Robinson was a 60% free throw shooter, they wouldn't be fouling him. Right? Fact of the matter is he is a 40% free throw shooter. 40. So Maxey knocks down the first free throw. He's got another one coming. Ariel Hukporty's going to come in for Mitch. If I'm Mike Brown here, I might be able to sacrifice these minutes here and tell him keep fouling. You know, I said 50% would be okay, 40 cannot live with. If you shoot 60% from the foul line, nobody's putting you at the foul line for points. Because the math doesn't add up. It doesn't work. So Ariel Hukporty's in the game. They don't have a center out there. They're going small. Oh, no, Embiid is out there. My bad. Embiid is out there. Brunson gets it over to Anunoby on the left wing. Coming to his right off the Hukporty screen. Anunoby puts up the 3, looking for the foul. He banks it in. Didn't get the foul call, but he banked it in. We'll take it. We will take it, OG. They call it a long 2. Definitely looked like a 3 to me, but I guess we'll put it there. Maxey did knock down the other free throw, 21-26. They hand it off to Oubre, coming to his right, to the rim, loses the hand on the ball, and it's going back to the Knicks. Good defense there. And if you can survive these Ariel Hukporty minutes, you'll be all right. Clarkson hands it off. It's off of Brunson. Come on, Jordan Clarkson, what are we doing, man? Come on, Clarkson, what is that? Weak handoff out of the inbounds? Will you give Jalen Brunson a regular pass? Come on, JC. What is that? You're a veteran. You're better than that. So Embiid is going to inbound it here. They get it into Oubre. Oubre being guarded by Brunson. They hit Embiid, come back door, draws the foul, and it's before the shot attempt, but he's going to the foul line for 2 free throws anyway. Just that said, it was OG a 3. It looked like a 3 to me, but they ruled it a 2 on the court, so they put 26 on the board. They gave him 2 points. So I guess we will mirror that. Keenan Hart said, refs nipping us left and right. I mean, that's the case when you go up against Embiid. You got to be prepared for that. You got to be mentally prepared for that, right? If you put any kind of pressure on him, he's going to jump and flail his arms and fall to the floor. So you got to be mentally prepared for that. You got to be physically prepared for that. As Embiid knocks down the first free throw. He knows how to get himself to the foul line. It's egregious. It sucks. It's not really basketball, but he has consistently done it throughout his career. They update the OG Anunoby's 3 to a 3. They finally updated the score. There you go. 27. Definitely looked like a 3. Didn't even look close to a 2. Don't know why they did that. Keanu said, no, I don't mean that. I mean every little thing they call against us from the opening shot clock violation. True. I get you. True. Under 2 to go. Embiid knocks down both. 27-23. Embiid is 1 for 5 from the field, but it has 6 free throw attempts already. Brunson has it up top, being guarded by Oubre. Oubre hits the floor, looking for a foul, doesn't get it. Trying to bait that foul on Mitch. Brunson falls away. Jumper. Comes up short. Battle for the loose ball rebound. Oubre over to Maxey. Maxey off and running. Bringing it down. Clarkson going to pick him up. Crossing back over to his right. Down the lane. Over to Oubre. In the paint. Goes up. Layup. Gets swatted by OG Anunoby. What defensive pressure from the Knicks there. Here comes OG bringing it down the other way. 27-23. A slight 4-point lead here for the Knicks. Anunoby dancing around a Robinson screen. Now coming to his left. Driving it down in the paint. Goes up. Lefty layup. Got me to go. Where's my foul? Oubre hanging all over him. OG Anunoby being aggressive. 29-23, a 6-point lead for the Knicks. Maxey bringing it down. Clarkson hits the floor. And now here comes McBride. He's going to pick up Maxey. Crosses over to his left. Bump down the lane. And Maxey almost throws it away. He does throw it away. Ball back to the Knicks. The defense continues to be pretty fantastic for the Knicks so far. Pretty fantastic for the Knicks so far. And here we go. We got 1 minute to go. Brunson will bring it down. 6-point lead for the Knicks. And Brunson has it up top, being guarded by Oubre. They get it over to Anunoby. Jab step, coming to his left, off a Robinson screen. Maneuvering down the paint, step back, pump fake, puts up the jumper, gets fouled. He's going to the foul line for 2. That's 3 fouls on Justin Edwards. Not like he plays a ton, so they're not worried about his foul issue, which is why they had him hack Robinson. But that's now 3 fouls on Justin Edwards. It's another player they might be hesitant to go to as the game goes on. Susan said, Coach Brown is going to get the respect from the suspects after this series. I mean, he earned my respect in that Atlanta series. He made great adjustments. He made the adjustments we were looking for, we were asking for. We said, what you got for us, Mike Brown? And he showed us what he got. He showed us. Anunoby knocks down the first free throw. He's got another one coming. BMR said, good old Scott Foster. You know the mob watching hard. Yeah, they are indeed. They are indeed. Anunoby knocked down his first free throw. He's got one more coming. Knock down your free throws, OG. He does just that. Thank you for that. It's an 8-point lead for the Knicks, 31-23. And that was with the lost possessions of Robinson going 0 for 4 from the foul line for two possessions in a row. Here comes Paul George bringing it down against Anunoby. Hands it off to Embiid. Embiid being guarded by Robinson. Swings it out to Quinn Grimes. Ran off the line by Brunson. Pass fake inside. Embiid to the rim. Misses the layup. Robinson with the rebound. Great defense from the Knicks. But Embiid just smoked the layup. Here comes McBride, has it up top, being guarded by Quentin Grimes. Crosses over to his right, driving it down in the mid-range. Stop, turn, spin, pump fake, leans in, floater, deuce. Gets the friendly bounce. Deuce McBride aggressive with the ball in his hands. Scoring off the bounce. It should be a big Deuce McBride series. And the Knicks up by 10 here in this first quarter. Maxey bringing it down, who has, by the way, 0. Oh, no, he's got 2 from the foul line, of course. Maxey up top being guarded by McBride. Coming to his right, pulls it back out. 10 seconds to go. Coming to his left. My timer's slightly ahead, but now 8 seconds to go. Maxey leaves it off for Embiid in the paint, but a foul's called on Robinson. That's 2 fouls on Big Mitch. With 7 seconds to go, Maxey's going to go to the foul line for 2. A little bump foul. Little tiny baby bump foul. Come on, refs. Come on, Scott. That was Scott Foster who called the foul. Come on, refs. Are we in the playoffs or what? Are we playing playoff basketball or what? Towns is going to come back in for what should be the final offensive possession for the Knicks, as Maxey has the 2 free throws here for Philly. Mark said that was a pass. It was a pass, Mark, but they're in the bonus. So it's 2 free throws anyway, whether he was shooting or not. Maxey knocks down the first free throw. He's got another one coming. Keenan said that was Mini, not Maxey. Mini pad reffing. I will tell you this. Most of Embiid's points coming from the foul line. All of Maxey's points so far coming from the foul line. So they're not really making shots against the Knicks right now. Their defense has been pretty stout so far. Confidence that why is Foster even reffing the playoffs? The NBA considers him one of their premier referees. But we all know the truth. Crazy ShamWow coming in. Landry Shamet coming in for the final offensive possession here. Knicks going small. They're not going to put Towns back in. It doesn't look like they're going to put Towns back in. They're going to go small here. So we have 7 seconds to go. Maxey knocked down the first free throw. He knocks down the second free throw. 8-point lead for the Knicks. Shamet trying to get it into somebody. They get it into McBride. McBride's going to bring it down. McBride crosses over, behind the back, pulls it out, mishandles the ball, and it's a kick ball. So 1.7 on the clock for the Knicks on the inbound here. Jason said, need to be safe with Cat here. Good call. Now they're going to put Cat back in because now it's just really a catch and shoot situation. Might as well. D, what's up, D? Maxey got to step it up. Hasn't made a shot yet so far. Hasn't made a shot. All of his points coming from the foul line. All right, Knicks, what you got for us? Do you got a buzzer beater in you? Iron Wolf said odds shows Knicks 73%. Doesn't mean anything in a basketball game. McBride gets it into Brunson. He's going to step through, puts up the one-legged three, can't get it to go, and that'll be the end of the first quarter right there. Pretty stout first quarter from the Knicks, 33-25, 8-point game. You love to see it. We'll see how Philly tries to survive these Embiid-less minutes. You're probably going to get a heavy dose of Tyrese Maxey, a heavy dose of Paul George here. Hopefully the Knicks are ready for that. Mark said, not bad. Like I said, I expect this to be a close game, but I could definitely see a scenario in which the Knicks start to pull away, and it's an 8-point lead even with the foul trouble and even with Raymond Fabello, Karangan. What's up, Raymond? Appreciate you, Raymond. Thank you for that. Hope you're having a good time tonight. 33 points in the first quarter for the Knicks. Jalen Brunson went absolutely off, 6 for 9 from the field. He actually started 6 for 7. He missed his last 2 shots at the end there. A rebound, 2 assists for Jalen Brunson, 14 points. Anunoby went off for 7. Towns hit a 3. McBride for 5 points off the bench, so that was nice. Just that said, bench plus 9. The bench will be huge for the Knicks because Philly doesn't really have a bench, right? There's a reason why we really only covered the starting lineup for Philly. And that's because if you go to Philly, they've only played 7 guys so far. Quinn Grimes has played 5 minutes. Justin Edwards played 2. They really just threw him out there to be a foul sponge. Against Robinson, he's got 3. So we'll see who comes in for Embiid here off the bench. Barlow or Drummond. It seems like they have leaned Drummond as of late, so we'll see. Raymond said Philly will keep fouling the Knicks. We'll see. Because Karl Anthony Towns picked up the 2 fouls, we'll see if he starts the second quarter here. Mike Brown seemed to have really wanted to put Karl Anthony Towns and Jalen Brunson off the court together and maximize the amount of time they're on the court together. We'll see. We'll see who starts the second quarter. Because of the foul situation, it's going to be completely different rotations that we saw to Atlanta, where nobody was ever really in foul trouble because Atlanta's not filled with a bunch of floppers. Mark said Mitch needs to hit his free throws. I mean, look, man, if he went 2 for 4 from the foul line there, that's 2 more points for the Knicks. That's an 8-point game. He probably stays in the game. They probably keep fouling his butt. That'd be 4 fouls on Justin Edwards now. Crazy said, I would tell Mitch to bank all free throws. Listen, guys, we could have these conversations about centers all the time. I'm with you. I'm with you 100%. Why can't he shoot the Rick Barry granny-style free throws? Why can't he shoot like a one-handed Jeremy Sohan free throw? To me, I'm going to Jeremy Sohan, and I'm like, hey, man, go to Mitchell Robinson, tell him shoot the one-handed free throws. Tell him shoot the one-handed free throws. That worked for Jeremy Sohan, who was also like a 40% free throw shooter. And out there on the Spurs, he used, if you guys remember, on the San Diego Spurs during his rookie season, he used to go to the foul line, put it in one hand, and shoot it. And it's just form shooting at that point. And it completely fixed his free throws. He's not a good free throw shooter, but he's not a horrific free throw shooter anymore. Shoots at around 65, 70% now. Nikki said, Philly was connecting from the perimeter early in the first. What do you think we can do if they get hot from the perimeter again? If they get hot from the perimeter, that means they're not attacking the paint, which means they're not drawing fouls on the Knicks. And you're just going to have to match them shot for shot. It is what it is. They had 10 free throws in that first quarter. The Knicks had 7. They purposely sent Robinson to the foul line for 4. So 3 real free throws for the Knicks. But here we go. We had 2 consecutive missed free throws on our bingo card. Remember? Remind me, we got to fill that in, guys. Alvarado comes out along with Karl Anthony Towns. So this is the start. This is the lineup we're going to come out with. They get over to Towns up top, being guarded by Andre Drummond. They hit Anunoby back door against Paul George in the paint. Goes up, layup, got it to go for OG. And now here comes VJ Edgecombe bringing it down against Alvarado. Alvarado applying a ton of pressure. They get it over to Grimes out by the half-court line. Hands it off to Paul George. A lot of these actions coming at the half line here for Philly. Paul George coming off a stagger screen. Swings through in the paint. Swings it out to Oubre. Oubre, left corner three. Misses it. You're going to have to live with Kelly Oubre open looks. Absolutely part of the game plan for the Knicks. Here comes Alvarado on the left wing being guarded by Edgecombe. Alvarado coming to his right off a town screen. Driving it down in the lane. Stops. Picks up his handle. Swings it out to McBride. McBride gets it over to Alvarado. Gets it over to Towns. Towns steps out to the three-point line. He fires up another one. Can't get it to go for Karl-Anthony Towns. Still 10-point lead for the Knicks, 25-35. Paul George bringing it down against Anunoby. They get it to Drummond. Drummond fakes the handoff. Keeps it. Cross-court pass. Quinn Grimes, left corner three. McBride helping out too far. Quinn Grimes can't make him pay as he misses the three. Towns the rebound. Quick outlet to Alvarado. Bringing it down the other way. Alvarado swings it over to Towns. Swings through to his right against Drummond. Down in the paint. Goes up off glass. Can't get it to go. Grabs his own offensive rebound. Lays it up. Got it to go. Karl-Anthony Towns being aggressive. Even on that attacker there. Knew he was going to miss it. Grabbed his own offensive rebound and got the putback. Here comes Philly. Grimes on the left wing. Hands it off to Paul George. No Maxey. No Embiid, by the way. Knicks absolutely have to try and build this lead as high as they can. Paul George coming off the screen. A pull-up three. Got it to go. The Paul George three is looking solid. We'll see if those legs stick around all game long. During the second halves of games, when he started to cool off a little bit in that Celtics series, we'll see if that continues here in this series. Towns hits Alvarado, cutting back door, reverse layup, got it to go. Beautiful screen from Anunoby, a beautiful pass from Karl-Anthony Towns. And Towns' second assist already in this quarter. And it's an 11-point game, 39-28. Here comes Paul George against OG. Paul George dancing with it, coming to his left off the screen, snaking it back to his right hand. Step back, fall away long two. Can't get it to go. Drummond the offensive rebound. Has it in the paint. And a foul. Alvarado and Mikal Bridges both raising their hands. Don't want Anunoby to pick up a foul. Keanar said, agree, need to build the lead, non-Maxey and Embiid time. Yeah. Interesting that they're going with both of them off the court. Again, I understand wanting to maximize the amount of time they're on the court together, but interesting. Interesting. Especially when you don't have a very strong bench. They get it to Paul George down low. Well, they're leaning on Paul George here, and they hit Oubre, come back door, and the Knicks just not communicating. Karl-Anthony Towns is looking at Mikal Bridges. He's like, is that your assignment? Because I'm guarding it, Drummond. Towns has it up top. Being guarded by Drummond. They get it to Anunoby in the post, being guarded by the rookie Edgecombe. Coming to his left, Anunoby in the post, backing him down. Paul George. Anunoby spins, tries to kick it out. Oubre jumps the lane, gets the steal. Oubre hit ahead to Grimes. Grimes has to pull it back out. Good hustle from the Knicks to get back on defense. They swing it out to Edgecombe. Puts up the three over Alvarado. Can't get it to go. Fight for the rebound. And that's a loose ball foul on Andre Drummond right there. Okay. All right, we'll take that. Freedom Express. What's up, Freedom? Showtime. What's up, Showtime? Game one means way to the Knicks, especially with Sixers coming off an emotional Game 7. Way more to the Knicks? Maybe. I mean, you're in the second round. Every game matters. Keenan Hart said, I got to say your call has exploded over the 2 years I've been listening. Your quick verbal is rolling off like a pro. Appreciate you, Keenan Hart. We're trying. I'm trying to get as much information out as possible. Robinson's going to check in here. Are we going double big, or is he coming in for Towns? We're going double big. We're going double big. Josh Hart coming in. McBride to the bench. Eric C. said, we love JB. Cat is the catalyst for us. You need everybody firing on all cylinders. You need Towns absolutely playing the way that he's playing. None of this works without Towns doing what he's doing. Because we know Brunson he's going to get his 30, because that's what Jalen Brunson can do. They got Paul George on Towns now. Towns spins off of him, tries to kick it out to Josh Hart, and it's a turnover. It's a turnover. Come on, Cat. Little too all over the place now. Yanni, what's up, Yanni? All right, we got 9 minutes to go here. 9-point game, 30-39. Paul George coming to his right. Josh Hart trying to pick his pocket. He does. Gets it over to Bridges, going all the way to the rim for the two-handed slam. What a steal from Josh Hart. The defensive pressure from Josh Hart has been phenomenal throughout the playoffs. It's been beautiful. Here comes Paul George bringing it down. Back to 11 it goes. Paul George coming to his left, thinking it back to his right hand, down the lane, getting into the paint, kicks out to Oubre. Wide open right wing three. They're going to live with that, and Oubre's going to make him pay, knocking down the three. And we're going to get a timeout here. We're going to get a timeout here. Excellent job by the Philadelphia 76ers hanging around with no Embiid and no Maxey. Right? They're not allowing the lead to explode. It was an 8-point lead after one. It's an 8-point lead right now, 41-33. Paul George has done a phenomenal job. 9-3-2 for PG so far. Looking like vintage PG out there. And that is huge for the 76ers. The fact that they can run offense through Paul George consistently and he can consistently get you decent enough looks is phenomenal, is a phenomenal thing. Keanar said they hit 2 threes. Yeah, Paul George hit a pull-up three. Then Paul George coming off a screen, snaked it back to his right hand, swung it out, extra pass, gets Oubre an open look for three. And he knocks it down. But, Quinn Grimes in transition had an open three he missed that the Knicks overhelped on, and he missed it. So, things going back and forth. They're going to miss open ones. They're going to make other open ones. That's basketball. The Knicks, overall need to be better. They need to be better on Paul George there. Need to be better. I'd go under these screens, and if Paul George wants to live on a diet of pull-up threes, then live on a diet of pull-up threes. I don't trust him. I don't trust him at this stage in his career. 8-point game, though. 8-point game, back and forth it goes. 41-33 so far. Sunset and Skylines. What's up, Sunset? Mark Kelly Oubre. I actually always kind of like Kelly Oubre. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. I'm also going to move the alerts up here over the bingo card. So it'll go over the bingo card. Also, we had 2 consecutive missed free throws. We had 4 consecutive missed free throws from the same player, and that was from Mitchell Robinson, of course. We haven't had anything else happen in the game, I don't think. No, nothing else happened in the game. We got Robinson for 4 offensive rebounds. We're going to have to keep an eye on that. Because I do think, especially with Embiid out of the game, but even with Embiid in the game, Robinson should be able to dominate the boards here. Mark said it's okay, he won't continue to hit those. I mean, Kelly Oubre is feast or famine. He's either on fire from 3 or he can't hit anything. So he missed his first 2 shots of the game. Kelly Oubre is 3 for 5 from the field, 2 of those being dunks, 1 of them being threes. I think he's 1 for 3 from three-point range. We could check that at halftime, though. Yak said holding Maxey down is nice to start. He hasn't been very aggressive, but yes. Yes, he hasn't been very aggressive at all. He's only taken the 1 shot. I know he's gone to the foul line, but... Kenar said, I disliked Oubre when I heard that fake story he peddled about being mugged because he was AWOL. I don't know how fake it was. I know there was, things falling around. Was it real? Did it happen? I didn't look into it. I don't really care. Yeah, it is weird. But speaking in terms of basketball, I kind of like this basketball game. Mr. Nixon said, we are off to a decent start. Decent start. Not a great start. Decent start. Right? Philly off to a decent start. Obviously they're like, well, we could be better. We missed some open shots. Maxey not being aggressive. Embiid's 1 for 5, although he's gotten to the foul line. That's where all those points are coming from. So it's not bad. It's not bad. Jason said, Dan, calling Oubre Juicy Smollett. That's how you're supposed to pronounce that name now. That's how you're supposed to pronounce the name. It's no longer Jesse. Kinar said he cited a street address that didn't exist or something like that. I mean, maybe he didn't know maybe he gave him the wrong address by accident. I didn't look into the story because I really didn't care. I was like, really? This is what we're doing now with Kelly Oubre? I don't know what's going on with him off the court. But as a basketball player, his game always intrigued me to a bit. Marlon, what's up, Marlon? All right, here we go. Checking back in. Maxey's coming back into the game. 8:40 to go. All right, timer slightly ahead. Let's stop it. Alvarado bringing it down. He has it up top, being guarded by Edgecombe. They get it over to Bridges, being guarded by Maxey. Bridges coming to his right for Robinson screen. They swing it out Josh Hart. Left corner 3, Josh. What you got for us? There you go, big Josh. There you go. You're going to need Josh Hart to knock down those threes. We got 3 points right back. Back up to 11 it goes. 8:20 to go here. Maxey bringing it down, being guarded by Bridges. Maxey coming to his left, thinking it back to his right hand. Mid-range pull-up jumper over Bridges. Comes up short. Josh Hart gets a running start on the rebound. Putting his head down, attacking Josh Hart through the lane in the paint. Swings it out and gets fouled on a pass. Gets fouled on a pass. And Josh Hart pops up and realizes they're staying side out of bounds. He's like, no, we're shooting it. It was absolutely a pass. It was absolutely a pass from Josh Hart. I could be wrong, but let's see the replay on it. Yeah, that's absolutely a pass. He's literally looking out. He's not even looking at the rim. He's looking out, trying to throw the ball back out to Alvarado. And then he smiles at the ref. He knows. They hand it off to Alvarado, coming to his left. The pull-up 3 for Jose Alvarado. Off the back rim, can't get it to go. Oubre with the long rebound. Josh Hart was there, but Oubre able to snag it. Here comes Maxey. He has it up top, being guarded by Bridges. Maxey coming to his left, off the Drummond screen, snaking it back to his right hand, down the lane against Robinson, and a foul on Mitchell Robinson. That's 3 on Big Mitch. That's 3 on Big Mitch. Not good. Maxey goes leg-to-leg contact with Robinson. He comes up limping a bit. That's just leg-to-leg contact there. I think he'll be all right. Omar Todman, what's up, Omar? Happy to see you, brother. Just that said, Josh is faster with the ball than without. One of the few players I think that's accurate. Maxey back at the foul line, knocks down the first one. He's got another one coming. Mark said, where's the foul? Body-to-body contact. I don't think it's a foul either. He ran into Mitch's knee. I know, man. I know. You just got to be mentally prepared for it. Mitch still with a hobble to the bench. He's got the 3 fouls, so he's got to come out anyway. Towns is in. They still have Embiid on the bench, trying to survive the Embiid-less minutes. Maxey knocks down both free throws. He's an excellent free throw shooter. 35-44, under 8 to go. In this second quarter, Josh Hart and the Knicks will bring it down. Maxey, 6 points, 0 for 2 from the field. All of them coming from the foul line. Alvarado up top being guarded by Edgecombe. They get over to Bridges, being guarded by Maxey. Bridges coming to his right, off a town screen, driving it down in the lane, coming to his right, puts up the little pull-up jumper. Got it to go for Mikal Bridges. We need that aggression from Mikal, absolutely. Holding around a 10-point lead here, Brunson back to the scores table. They get over to Edgecombe in the post, being guarded by Alvarado. Backing him down to the foul line. Alvarado gets the steal. Look at Jose Alvarado. He said, you're not going to bully me, rookie. You're not going to bully me. Alvarado leaves it off for Bridges, gets it back to Alvarado, gets it over to Towns. Towns high post, left wing, being guarded by Drummond. Towns fakes the handoff, keeps it. Towns going to drive to his right. Euros down the lane, layup, can't get it to go. A lot of contact, no fouls called. And now here comes BJ Edgecombe, hit ahead to Maxey. Maxey pull up 3 in transition right wing, comes up short, long rebound. Oubre able to snag it, back to Maxey, ran off the line, down the lane against Josh Hart, scoop layup, got it to go for his first made basket of the night. 1, got to get to those rebounds, but 2, give my guy Karl Anthony Towns a foul call, please. Josh Hart bringing it down. He has it up top. Coming to his left. It's back to 9. Swings it over to Alvarado. Pump fake. Coming to his right. Swings it out. Towns puts up the straightaway 3. Karl Anthony Towns. Line me up, big cat. Get it back then. Get it back. And a timeout for Nick Nurse. Get it back then, big cat. Back up. Actually, 12 now. 12 is the largest lead of the game for the Knicks. Karl Anthony Towns looking at the ref, and he's like, come on. You're giving them all these little touch fouls, but I can't get a foul going to the basket. There's a lot of contact. There you go. Just that's at 9:05, long first half. Yeah, we still have half the first half to go, or half the second quarter to go here. We have 6:42 exactly on the game time here. Mine says 6:36, slightly behind. But yeah, all these fouls. So these are going to be extra long games, guys. These are going to be extra long games against Philly here. Suns Jen said, very few guys get a whistle as disgraceful as Cap. Yeah, I mean, it's the kind of thing you never notice. Like, every team will say that about a player on their team. Like, oh my goodness, my guy never gets these foul calls. Every team says that. I'm sure Suns Gen, you're like, hey man, Devin Booker doesn't get the respect from the refs. He's getting hacked all the time. He never goes to the foul line, or he never gets the foul calls he deserves. So every team has players like that they feel that way about. Karl Anthony Towns, you know, you guys know, we watched a lot of basketball this year. We've watched a lot of basketball this year on this channel. We've been live for it. So you can go check the catalog. I'm here watching the games. Karl Anthony Towns has one of the worst whistles in the league. He really does. He gets hacked and whacked, and he, you know, just doesn't get the benefit of the doubt. Chi said, get Huck Porty in the game. Waste those fouls now. Save Mitch for the 4th. Very true. Very true. I mean, Huck Porty is he's not a center that could be a part of the rotation in the playoffs at this point in his career. He just has not been good enough. I think he could survive a 2 to 3 minute stretch, maybe. But I definitely not something I would trust overall, but definitely against maybe these backups here, you go with Huck Porty rather than go with Robinson. With Maxey out there, he's going to pick on Huck Porty. He's going to test him at the rim. So don't necessarily love that. You're just going to have to trust your guys to stay out of foul trouble, right? Towns with 2, Robinson now with 3. Mark said, keep fighting, Cat. You got this. Big cities. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Keenar said, Cat needs to open up a wing joint with all the whistles he gets on him. Michael Brown, what's up, Michael? I love your Blazer, and the Knicks are going to be victorious. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Raymond said, Towns never gets the call. Very rarely. Very rarely. Fung Pei said, yay, Sheffy. Thanks for acknowledging all the hacking and whacking cast offers. He does. He does. Again, we watch a lot of basketball. He's one of the guys in the league that gets whacked a lot. And doesn't get the benefit of the doubt, partly because of the screaming and yelling he does to the basket, where when he feels contact, his way of getting the attention of the official is by screaming like, oh my goodness, going to the basket. Another way he tries to do so is by flailing the arms and maybe falling to the floor. Doesn't get the benefit of the doubt. Isaiah Garner said, Sohan can play center? I think I would actually like Sohan over Huck Porty in that scenario. The only way I would do it is if you have Jeremy Sohan front almost everything and then fly around defensively. If he went Sohan over Huck Porty, I wouldn't mind it. If he goes Huck Porty over someone, I wouldn't mind it. Up to the coach. I'll trust whatever the coach believes. I don't think that's crazy, though, to be like Sohan can play center as well. And as a matter of fact, with the way the foul situation is going and the way it's going to go in this series, it's not out of the realm of possibility we see Sohan come in for something like that. Keenan Hart said, can Mo play a little center? No. Mo Diawara cannot play center. He's not at that point in his career yet. He's got the size to do so, but he doesn't have the know-how and experience to do so. That's a tough ask for a rookie who has not played enough in that spot. He's a wing, not a big, where Sohan is more of a big than a wing. Embiid is back in. Bridges dancing around. And it's a foul. Mikal Bridges trying to battle around the Embiid screen. Can we play some basketball here, officials? Come on, man. All these little ticky-tack foul calls. Can we touch a player? Or is this not a contact sport? My goodness. The officiating is tough. Officiating's tough, man. They get it to Embiid in the post being guarded by Towns. Remember, you got two, Cat. Remember, you got two. They show a double team. They get it out to Maxey. They get it back to Embiid in the post, backing him down. Pump fake, steps through, layup, got it to go. Beautiful move from Joel Embiid there to get the two-point shot. Here comes Brunson bringing it down. Good job from Towns to stay away from the foul call. Brunson gets it over to Towns up top. Towns gets it to Anunoby in the post being guarded by Maxey. Anunoby, pump fake, puts up the jumper, comes up short. I think you got to attack that, OG. I think you got Maxey on you. Force the defense to collapse. Here comes Maxey bringing it down. Dance with it against Brunson. Has it up top. Under 6 to go. We're past the halfway point. Maxey to his right. Brunson switched onto him. Maxey going to play the pick and roll with Embiid again. Coming to his left. Stops. Swings it out. Embiid. Three-point line. He'll put it up. And he'll miss it. Long rebound. Bridges knocks it over to Josh Hart. Great job from Mikal Bridges there. Saving that rebound to Josh. To get over to Towns. He's going to attack quickly past Joel Embiid, and he throws it down with two hands. Yes, sir, Cat. Way to go quickly. He doesn't have the foot speed to keep up with you. That's one way to attack Embiid there. Excellent start for Karl-Anthony Towns outside of the fouls. He's got 10, 3, and 3 here for Big Cat. Here comes Maxey bringing it down, over to Grimes. Josh Hart jumps the lane, gets the steal, bringing it down, kicks it out. Brunson, left corner three, line me up, captain. Comes up short. Come on, man, get a layup there, Josh. Didn't love that kick out. Get a layup. Maxey will pull up three in the other way. Can't get it to go, thank goodness. And here comes Josh Hart pushing the pace the other way. Josh Hart, head down, head of steam, spins off of Grimes, gets stripped up, and it's a foul on Quinn Grimes. Josh Hart being aggressive there. I like that. Again, go to the basket, Big Josh. Go to the basket. Supa, what's up, Supa? Shaq and Hakeem never got the calls that Embiid gets? Yeah. Well, those guys didn't flop the way Embiid does. I would argue very few players in NBA history get the calls that Embiid does. Because very few players were willing to shamelessly flop around on the floor the way Embiid does. Just that said, Josh 3 steals. He's been reading the defense pretty excellently tonight. He's been reading the defense pretty excellently throughout the playoffs, man. 5 minutes to go here, guys. The Knicks holding on to a 12-point lead. We love to see it. Brunson gets it into Josh Hart. Josh Hart, right wing, being guarded by Edgecombe. Josh Hart coming to his left, putting his head down, attacking in the lane, swings it out to Anunoby. Anunoby being guarded by Oubre. He'll take the baseline, going up strong, layup, left hand, got it to go. OG Anunoby would have finished through contact. Embiid came over, but just too late on the contest. There you go. Again, go quickly, test that foot speed. Maxey bringing it down, gets it over to Embiid. Embiid fakes the handoff, keeps it. Good defense from Mikal Bridges so far. Excellent on Maxey. Grimes looking to attack Brunson. They swing it out to Edgecombe, out by the three-point line, being guarded by Bridges. Bridges has been excellent defensively, by the way. Edgecombe dancing with it against Mikal. Dancing with it again, crosses over to his left, spins to his right, puts up the little floater, can't get it to go off the back rim. Town snatches the rebound. Edgecombe comes in looking for the steal. Oh, and Edgecombe trips Brunson. Diving for it. It's a pretty reckless play from Edgecombe. Brunson hit the floor hard, but he pops back up. Everybody's fine in the situation, but it's pretty reckless play. He's hustling his butt off. It's not dirty. It's just reckless. Rookie's playing hard, though. That's just good physical basketball right there. All right, here we go. 4:30 to go. Brunson bringing it down. 14-point lead for the Knicks. That's 3 fouls on Edgecombe, by the way. Again, they don't have a ton of bench depth. They swing it over to Anunoby. He's going to pump fake. He'll try to take the baseline. Good defense from Oubre to cut him off. Back up top the Bridges. Over to Towns. High post. Steps behind the three-point line. Pump fakes. Driving to his right. Edgecombe trying to switch onto him. Towns stops. Turns. Kicks it out. Anunoby. Pump fakes. Takes the lane to his left. Mid-range. Pull-up jumper. Get me to go. OG Anunoby. It's a 16-point lead for the Knicks now. 55-39, here comes Maxey, being guarded by Bridges, coming to his right. Brunson hedges out. They show two defenders. He spins. He gets it over to Grimes. Grimes, pass fake. He'll take the lane inside. Oubre goes up. Can't get the layup to go. He smokes it. Knocked out of bounds. It's going to stay here with Philly. Anunoby signaling to the coach's bench. He's running the other way. You better trust your player, Mike Brown. And Brunson is waving his hand away. He's saying, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. And they are going to challenge it. They are going to challenge it. Okay, Brunson was saying don't do it, but okay. Mark said Scott Foster is blind. He's pretty blind. He's pretty blind. Oubre tried to get like a two-handed throwdown. Anunoby gave like a fly-by contest where he put his hand out. So Oubre had to pull the ball down to get a free shot at the basket, which he did. But instead of just maybe finger rolling it or laying it up and in, he tried to come back up for the two-handed throwdown. And it just like couldn't fully get it over the rim. He tried to put it over with the fingertips. It hits the back of the rim and it pops out. It's just a missed bunny from Oubre, to be honest. He just misses the layup. They didn't show the replay, Mark. I assume it's going to be our ball. They wouldn't challenge unless it is our ball. OG Anunoby was adamant. I mean, he ran down the other end of the court, waving that finger, which you rarely see OG Anunoby do. And I'm of the mindset, I'm going to trust my guy. I'm going to trust my guy, right? And if it's not, then I'm pulling you in the locker room at halftime, and I'm being like, you lost your privilege. You lost your privilege. You're done for like the next 5 games. You can't run to me saying challenge it for the next 5 games because I trusted you and you let me down. So I'm going to assume, I'm going to take OG Anunoby's word for it, that this will be Knicks basketball. Keenan Hart said Scott Foster sucks. This has not been a great officiated game. Again, it's ticky-tack fouls. I don't love when the game is officiated that way. Looking at the replay here, it looks like it's off of Oubre on that replay right there. Let's set ourselves up. This should be a successful challenge ball back to the Knicks. It is a successful challenge. Beautiful. Fill in the successful challenge right there. And the Knicks keep the timeout, and they have the ability to challenge at least one more time throughout the rest of the game. Here we go. Filled it in. Confidence said, more fouls equals more commercials and a much longer game. Knicks up by 16 here. Josh Hart will bring it down. Gets it over to Brunson. Brunson will bring it down. Has it up top. Being guarded by Grimes. Brunson gets it over to Towns. Towns fakes the handoff. Keeps it. Hits it over to Josh Hart. Driving to his left. In the lane. Step back. Pump fake. Steps through. On edge comb layup. Got it to go. They're kind of picking on the rookie right now. The rookie was excellent defensively throughout the regular season. 8-0 run for the Knicks to give them this 18-point lead. Wow. 39-57. Knicks defense continuing to step up here. 39 first half points for Philly. People got to stop underestimating this Knicks defense. They hand it off to Maxey. Coming to his right. Down the lane. Swings it out to Oubre. Pump fakes. He'll come to his left. In the lane against Hart. And he gets fouled by Josh Hart. And they give him the continuation? What is that call? Joel Embiid is hovered over at the half-court line, hurting on something. What is that continuation call? That's an awful continuation call. That's an awful continuation call. Oubre holding on to the abdomen area, so that's not great for him because he's coming off the appendix surgery. So you know that's hurting him. Just that said, refs want this to be close. That's an awful and one continuation call. But here we go. Let's lock in. 15-point game. Great finish from Oubre there. And Brunson bringing it down the other way. Dancing around a Towns screen. Coming to his right. Spins. Gets it out to Towns. Back to Brunson. Being guarded by Embiid. They're going to spread it out in space. Crosses over. Mid-range. Pull-up jumper over Embiid. Got it to go. Jalen Brunson had him all turned around. Didn't even know where he was. Here comes Philly looking for an answer. 17-point game. Maxey has it up top. Brunson up to 16 points here. Maxey being guarded by Bridges. Maxey coming to his right. Coming off the Embiid screen, driving it down in the lane, leans in, looking for the foul, gets the foul, end of the layup. And again, it's tough playing Philly, man. It's tough playing Philly with all these fouls. It really is. You can't really touch anybody in a contact sport. That's just a tough thing to be. The tough thing to be in. And Towns will come out with 3 fouls now. We're going to get Ariel Hukporti in the game. Mark said, Cat, why? Because it's not really a foul. That's why. It's not really a foul. So Hukporti's going to come in for the final 2:40 here. Just that said, Maxey, 0 offensive fouls. I mean, Maxey, when would Maxey commit an offensive foul? Marlon, MB faking because this team's down so much? Oh, Embiid? No, I think they showed the replay. I think Mikal Bridges kind of grabbed his waist and his abdomen area, kind of hit it. That's going to hurt. That's going to hurt. So Maxey had the foul line for an extra free throw here. Got it to go. Brunson bringing it down. Brunson up top being guarded by Grimes. Coming to his right up the Hug Porty screen. They hedge out hard. Josh Hart, pass fake, cross-court pass. Anunoby mishandled the pass. Gets it out to Bridges. Wide open left wing three. McHale on me up. Off the back rim, can't get it to go. Josh Hart comes flying in for the rebound. Swings it out to Bridges. Left corner three. McHale make up for it. And he got it to go. What a rebound from Josh Hart. What a relocation from McHale. Way to make up for it, knocking down that second three. And it's back to 17. Here comes Maxey. Has it up top. Being chased. They hedge out. They get it over to Embiid. Embiid pass fake. Keeps it. Being guarded by Hug Porty. Embiid's going to dance with it. He's looking to isolate. Mid-range pull-up jumper over Hug Porty, in and out, can't get it to go. Again, keep him out on the perimeter shooting jump shots. If he knocks it down, he knocks it down. He's more than capable of doing so, but you got to live with the results. They swing it out Brunson, and it's a foul. Brunson knocked down the one-legged three he heaved up there. He banked it in there. Just that said, McHale has 9. Am I dreaming? Atlanta was not his series. Philly is going to be a little bit more easy to exploit on the offensive end. They're going to be a little easier to exploit. So Josh Hart picked up the foul, or Josh Hart got fouled. He's at the foul line for 2 because both teams are in the bonus. Josh Hart knocked down your free throws, please, big dog. And he comes up short on the first one. We're already missing free throws because of Big Mitch, Josh. Can't afford you missing free throws as well, brother. 17-point lead, get us the 18-point lead. We'll take it. Mike said this one is over. Oh, brother, this is far from over, Mike. Far from over. Ricardo Cepeda, what's up, Ricardo? 76ers are feasting on the foul line. Getting a lot of calls, man. Not allowing a ton of contact. The Knicks, in a lot of situations, were hacking and whacking away. But there's a lot of ticky-tack fouls being called, and I personally can't stand the little ticky-tack foul. It's a contact sport. Allow them, especially here in the playoffs, allow them to play a little bit. Josh Hart working his way towards a triple-double, by the way. 6, 6, and 5. They get it to Embiid, going down against Anunoby, layup, got it to go. Terrible defense from Hug Porty there, giving Embiid a wide-open, easy lob pass over the top. Terrible defense from Hug Porty. Put Anunoby in a tough spot. Brunson down the lane, throws up the floater, got it to go. He's looking for the foul, doesn't get it. But he got the floater to go down. But they'll give Maxey the little touch fouls on the other end. Here comes Maxey bringing it down the other end. Maxey, left wing, trying to get to Embiid. They can't. They get over to Paul George, back to Maxey. A lot of standing around for Philly here, trying to get it to Embiid. They can't. Paul George is going to isolate, puts up the mid-range jumper. He got it to go. Paul George looking like vintage Paul George there. Here comes Brunson bringing it down. Brunson coming to his left off the Hug Porty screen. Pull up 3, JB, line me up. Comes up short. Got the friendly bounce. Jalen Brunson got it to go up the front of the rim. Jalen Brunson cannot be stopped. They got no answers for Jalen Brunson right now. He's got 21 first-half points. Maxey blown to the rim. Scoop away with the right hand. Got it to go. What a beautiful move from Maxey there with the Euro step finish over OG Anunoby in the paint. Josh Hart trying to push the other way. Philly does a decent enough job getting back. So Josh Hart just hands it off to Brunson. Brunson on the right wing being guarded by Grimes. Brunson's going to dance with it isolation style. Rhythm dribble, pump fake, leans in, draws the foul. Can't get the shot to go down and go to the foul line for 3. Jalen Brunson using this Philly whistle to his advantage. He's like, all right, y'all want to bait everybody in the fouls? I could bait you in the fouls too. Should have been a foul on Kelly Oubre and the reach down on Jalen Brunson. Absolutely should have been a foul. As a matter of fact, they're showing the replay. After Brunson knocked down the floater on the little swing through down low, that should have been a foul that wasn't called. Brunson looked at the official and was like, what are you doing? You got eyes, brother? Can you see? Are you watching the game tonight? What's going on? So Brunson will be at the foul line for 3 free throws here. Quinn Grimes' 3rd foul. This is huge because Philly does not have much of a bench. As a matter of fact, they're only played 8 players so far. Brunson knocks down the first free throw. He's got 2 more coming. Can get this to a 20-point lead before halftime. Judge that said Maxey has layups. I mean, he's got everything. He's got pull-up threes. He's got mid-range shots. He's got layups, which is why the Knicks have done an excellent job of holding him down for the most part tonight. He's got 13 points, but he's only 3 for 7 from the field. A lot of his points coming from the foul line. Brunson goes 2 for 2 from the foul line. He's got 1 more coming. McBride's going to come in for Anunoby here. Keenan Hart said, all New York fans respect Maxey. I love Maxey so much, man. It's very upsetting that he's on Philly because then I can't root for him. I love Maxey. I love his game. Love his mentality. Love it all. Brunson goes 3 for 3 from the foul line. There you go, Jalen Brunson. 71 first-half points for the Knicks. Maxey coming to his right. They swing it over to Paul George. Paul George back to Maxey. He's being guarded by Brunson. Maxey, jab step, coming to his left off the Embiid screen. Pull up 3 for Tyrese Maxey. Comes up short, can't get it to go. Aerial Hug Porty with the rebound, hands it off to Hart. And the Knicks will bring it down. They're going to try to run down the clock here. There's about a 7-second difference between game clock and shot clock. My timer's slightly ahead, so let's pause it. Let's catch up to 15 seconds. Brunson up top. He's going to hold in and wind down the time as much as possible. Again, 7-second difference, so Philly should have another possession here. Brunson up top. Being guarded by Paul George, crosses over to his right. Brunson swings it out. McBride, extra pass. Josh Hart, wide open. Left corner three at the buzzer. Can't get it to go. Mikal Bridges skies for the offensive rebound. Pulls it out. Swings it out to Brunson. Brunson will line up a deep right wing three. He'll knock me down at the buzzer. 0.3 on the clock. But Jalen Brunson, right before the halftime, 74-51, he's already making his way to the locker room. He's like, y'all not even going to not get up this shot off. I'm going my way to the locker room. 23-point first half lead for the New York Knicks. 74-51. Foot on the gas pedal. Foot on the gas pedal, guys. Don't let them breathe. We saw what Detroit did, and while the Knicks are not Orlando, we saw what Detroit did. 22-point comeback in the second half. Foot on the gas pedal. Don't let up. Boom pays. It's as if it's as if he has practiced .3 shots 1,000 times. Mark said, sorry for the spamming, but it was needed. Absolutely, brother, absolutely. What a phenomenal start for the Knicks so far. 74 first half points. Jalen Brunson in fuego. 27 first half points for Brunson? 27? We have JB up here for 30. He's 3 points away from that. He is 3 points away from that, wherever that is. We never got a shot clock violation. We should have had shot clock violation literally first possession of the game. Isaiah Garner said Embiid not going to last in this series. Not looking like it. Not looking likely. Brooklyn Beauty. What's up, Brooklyn Beauty? How's it going? How's it going? JP Drums with a very generous super chat. Appreciate you guys. You guys have been killing it tonight with all of the generosity, all of the contributions. Appreciate you guys. He said, keep cooking, Knicks. Great play call as always. Appreciate you. The Flea's also getting in on the action. Appreciate you, brother. He said, we outside. Yes, sir, brother. Yes, sir. Let's go, Sheffy. Yes, sir, the Fleas. We're hooping right now, 23-point first half lead, but I'm not satisfied. I'm going to say right now, I'm not satisfied. They left a little bit on the table. The foul situation is going to come back to bite them here in the second half. You're going to be limited in terms of your rotation. So let's go through it. Let's go through it. Let's go right to it. Mark said, I'm not satisfied either. No, it's going to be a tough game. It's going to be a tough game. I expect Philly to make a run here in the second half. They're going to knock down some shots. Their guys are going to be more aggressive. Mark said, I want much more. I want more, much more. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Madrasti said, go Knicks, don't lose their energy and chemistry. Absolutely. Angel Owens Roman also contributing to the community. Appreciate you, brother. Gifted a thumbs up there. Appreciate you, man. Raymond, never satisfied. No. Unless the game is looking like Atlanta Game 6, I'm not satisfied in the game. Not satisfied at all. OG Anunoby, 13 points, 5 for 6 from the field. I mean, you look at this and you're like, oh my goodness. Keenan Hara also getting in on the action. Oh my goodness. He said, Chef cooking on the play-by-play. Appreciate you, Keenan Hara. Thank you, everybody, for your contributions tonight. What a game. What a game, what a stream, what a show. Appreciate you. You guys are killing it tonight. OG Anunoby, 13 points, 5 for 6 from the field. The one shot, I remember the one shot he missed. It was a mid-range jumper out of the high post, out of the mid-post, being guarded by Tyrese Maxey. Philly was starting to pack the paint a little bit. So Anunoby didn't want to put the ball on the floor and go right into the defense, so he settled to the little pull-up jumper over Maxey, which obviously he can knock down, but in the moment I was like, come on, go to the rim. Suns Jen getting in on the action as well. He's gifted memberships. Appreciate you, Suns Jen. Thank you for that, brother. Thank you for that. Kem Toss said, finally we can use a third-string center, which is a big deal. I mean, the Knicks had Precious Achiuwa. They had Jericho Sims. They've had third-string centers that I think were quality third-string centers before. I think Huck Porty, I don't want to say he's better than Precious Achiuwa. I will say Huck Porty's probably better than Jericho Sims. But I think they're all quality third-string centers. TT in the morning said, honestly, I'm surprised the Hawks did fire their head coach after that game. Didn't fire their head coach after the game. No, they're not going to fire Quinn Snyder. Quinn Snyder's regarded as a very good head coach in the league. And you guys are keeping it going. My goodness, appreciate you. Thank you, please. There was somebody else earlier as well, right before. Appreciate you guys. Kenny McLeod said, JB with the buzzer beater. It was phenomenal. 23-point lead at halftime. You love to see it. You love to see it. All right, so let's look at the box score here. We're starting with the Knicks as the home team here. Anunoby with 13. Brunson obviously leading the way with 27. My goodness. But everybody getting on in the action. Towns with 10. Anunoby with 13. Bridges with 9. Josh Hart with 6. He's working his way towards the triple-double. 6, 6, and 5 for Josh Hart. He's got 3 steals as well. No turnovers. Look at this column right here. Look at this column, folks. What a beautiful column. No turnovers. Karl-Anthony Towns has 2, but again, he's getting pressured a lot. I get you're going to have to live with some of the Towns turnovers. I don't think any of them have been egregious. A couple tough attempts there, but you look at Karl-Anthony Towns, he's also working his way towards a triple-double. 10, 4, and 5 from Karl-Anthony Towns. Jalen Brunson, second most in a playoff half in New York Knicks history, only behind most points in a half in playoff history for the Knicks. Only behind Jalen Brunson, who scored 28. They didn't put when he did it, but Jalen Brunson has the top 2 scoring halves in NBA, in Knicks history. My goodness. 10 for 14 from the field is ridiculous. 3 of those misses were from 3, so that means he missed 1 shot inside the arc. 1 shot. Jalen Brunson, I guess we could talk about it now, 27, 1, and 2. They have no option. They have no way of stopping him right now. They have no answers for Jalen Brunson right now. He's giving it to everybody. He's giving it to Paul George. He's giving it to Oubre. He's giving it to Edgecombe. He's giving it to Maxey. He's giving it to Embiid, who got switched on to him. He's giving it to Quinn Grimes. He's giving it to Justin Edwards. I just named 7 guys who at various points throughout the game either were guarding him straight up or got switched on to him, and Jalen Brunson has cooked every single one of them. They got no options for him right now. Brunson making the Sixers look buns. Brunson with 27 first half points. My goodness, man. My goodness. He has scored... He has scored more than half of what Philly's got right now. He's cooking them. He's cooking them. And it's not just, the thing is, it's not just Jalen Brunson going off. Everybody's getting in on the action. Bridges with 9, Josh Hart with 6, Karl-Anthony Towns with 10, 4, and 5, by the way, in only 14 minutes of play because of the foul trouble. He's got 3. He's been phenomenal. He's been phenomenal. You look at the plus minuses, he's only at a +6, but he's been fantastic here tonight as well. OG was huge too, Keenar, yes. And I just want to point out, as good as we're talking about the offense here, because of course when we look at the box scores, we're always going to talk about like the counting stats, which always leans more towards the offensive side of the court. I think the defense has been phenomenal tonight. As a matter of fact, to talk about the defense, let's take a look at the bench real quick. Not a ton of production coming off. McBride knocked down to 3, which is great. Alvarado with 2. And Robinson with 2, which is fine. We'll take that. Robinson again with the 3 personal fouls. And King Free also getting on the action. Appreciate you, King Free. He said, what's poppin', Sheffy? Let's go Knicks. Yes, sir, King Free. Always love seeing you in the chat, brother. Rog D guy with the Rog D guy. Lana Monas, Ken Top, appreciate you guys. Lana Monas said Sixers are afraid of Knicks fans invading their arena. I did see something that said, I think 49% of tickets bought for the 76ers game 3, at Philly, were purchased in the like New York, New Jersey area. So there's that happening. We'll see come game 3, man. I can't wait. Rog D guy said, come on, people, let's get those likes up. Sheffy's cooking. Appreciate you, Rog D. Appreciate you, man. Raymond said the 76ers are going to go after Brunson in the second half. Probably, but Brunson, you know, to his credit, he's held up defensively tonight. A multitude of times he got switched on to Tyrese Maxey and did a good enough job on him to force him into a tough shot. Maxey can absolutely knock those shots down, and I assume he'll knock them down and be much more aggressive in the second half. But they've done a phenomenal job of just forcing them into tough shots. You know, and that's all you can do against superstar players. Like, they haven't necessarily forced Brunson into tough shots. A couple of times they forced him into tough shots, but Brunson, he's got to go, and he's knocking them down. You guys have heard me talk about, let's go up to Philly now. And their box score. Again, they're only going to an 8-man rotation. Justin Edwards played 2 minutes to rack up 3 fouls. Andre Drummond played 5 minutes. So the Knicks have done this majority against their starting 5 here. Majority against their starting 5, which, you know, they don't have really too many other options unless Nick Nurse wants to start digging deep onto his bench. But who is he going to trust? Dalen Terry, once a Knick, always a Knick. Dalen Terry, if you know, you know. The reason Alvarado's a Knick, by the way, is because of my guy Dalen Terry. Who are you going to? Obviously, Kyle Lowry's more of an assistant coach than a player. Adem Bona over Drummond, I guess, is an option, but they're not trusting their backup centers anyway. Drummond only had 5 minutes in there. Quinn Grimes was a -20 in his 15 minutes off the bench, and he's supposed to be their best bench guy. And it looks like he is not going to be able to play right now in this game. Ron Tardif with LeBron. This is a slaughter. 23-point first half 23-point first half lead is awesome. I wouldn't necessarily call it a slaughter, though. A slaughter I would reserve for what the Knicks did to Atlanta. And now knowing that that's the bar, that's possible, I gotta save slaughter for that. Ken Toss said letting McCain go was a mistake for 76ers. Yeah, and they did it for money. I mean, again, you're telling me he couldn't be the 9th man in the rotation right now? You're playing Justin Edwards 2 minutes. You couldn't get McCain in there for 8 minutes here in the first half. Bench is the problem 76ers. They got no depth. But, you know, like Dominic Barlow, he's been in the rotation. Wofford's been in the rotation throughout the regular season. Jabari Walker has. But it's looking slim in terms of the options here. Nick Nurse is just going to have to trust the guy. He's just going to have to trust the guy, try some things. I don't think this is sustainable. I don't think this is sustainable at all. High minute usage here for the starting lineup with Embiid hampered with injuries. We've already seen him hunched over a bit. Maxey, 21 minutes of the 24 possible first half minutes there. He sat for 3 minutes. He's made 3 shots tonight. Most of his points coming from the foul line. Same with Embiid. Embiid's made 3 shots tonight. Most of his points coming from the foul line here. Embiid's got 12, 3, and 1. Just that to Kolek better play 5 minutes. Speaking of Kolek, I mean, you look at the 76ers bench, like, wouldn't it be nice for the 76ers to have a Tyler Kolek? I mean, Tyler Kolek can't even crack the rotation for the Knicks for the playoffs here. He played pretty well in the regular season in the spot minutes that he got. He was inconsistent, but, you know, he had some excellent games, absolutely, and he's shown a lot of promise that he could maybe crack the rotation in the future. This, you telling me Tyler Kolek wouldn't be nice for a team that desperately needs an extra ball handler? I mean, you look at him, Quentin Grimes, I guess, is the extra ball handler, but Maxey, Edgecombe, Paul George, they are heavy reliant on Paul George, who's 3 for 4 from 3 on a pretty tough shot diet. Even 4 for 8 from the field. Pretty tough shot diet for Paul George tonight. Heavily reliant on him. Maxey operating in space. He's got 3 turnovers tonight. I was listening to the Zach Lowe show, the Zach Lowe podcast, and in which he was talking about how Maxey's superpower is that he doesn't turn the ball over. The Knicks have forced him to 3 first-half turnovers. I expect he'll clean this up as the game goes on and as the series goes on, but, man, 3 turnovers in the first half, that's some excellent Knicks defense. Raymond said the basketball gods are on our side. I wouldn't necessarily say that, but hopefully. Greg Prime, what's up, Greg? Keith said Embiid looks gassed. A little bit. This Knicks team is often running and pushing the pace and forcing Embiid to play defense. They're forcing him to play into space, right? Whether it's Towns, like he has nobody really to hide on. They're not putting him on Josh Hart right now. Maybe that's a thing they go to, but Josh Hart, by the way, knocked down to 3 tonight. I think only 1, right? He's 1 for 2 from 3, but he's putting him up there. He's active. He's flying around. I don't think they want him operating in space too much. And if they take Joel Embiid off of Karl Anthony Towns, and Towns has proven part of the reason why the teams are now having to guard Karl Anthony Towns with their centers is because they're utilizing him in the high post, and Towns is holding the ball up here because he's a 7-footer, and he's just looking over the defense, and he's like, who's going to cut back door? Boom, perfect. And so now you have to put your center on him to get a hand up there and make the pass more difficult. So he actually made centers guard him. So we used to think like, okay, Josh Hart has to make centers guard him by knocking down threes. Well, I think he accomplished that for the most part by being a 40-point shooter on low volume. Again, the volume is always going to be an issue for Josh Hart. But Karl Anthony Towns exploiting his passing versatility here, and the Knicks and Mike Brown specifically being like Karl Anthony Towns, you can be a phenomenal passer. We have to exploit that. And leaning into that, especially towards the end of the season and during that Atlanta series, has really, really forced centers to guard him because you just need the size to disrupt the vision as much as possible from Karl Anthony Towns and trust your guys on the back end to deny these backdoor passes, these backdoor cuts. Isaiah Garner said if we had Tibbs, our offense wouldn't be this good. Not even close. Not even close. That is a major reason why they decided to move on from Tom Thibodeau. The offense was just stuck in the mud. Stuck in the mud. Speaking of stuck in the mud, a lot of people would point to comparisons of Nick Nurse, point to similarities between Nick Nurse and Tom Thibodeau. Obviously, they're different. They're not entirely the same, but Nick Nurse holds a lot of the similar old school values that Tom Thibodeau does. And you're seeing an offense stuck in the mud right now for Philly, right? It is either a Maxey Embiid pick and roll handoff 2-man game, or it's a Maxey isolation, or it's an Embiid isolation out of the post. And that's just not going to get it done overall, right? It's not going to get it done overall for the 76ers team. And you're seeing an offense stuck in the mud. Obviously, they scored 51 points in the first half, which is okay. That's not bad at all. That's a normal amount of points to score. The problem is the Knicks scored 74 points in the first half, obviously led by Jalen Brunson, who couldn't miss. So we'll see how the second half plays itself out. 23-point lead. Hopefully the Knicks don't give that back, but we'll see. Crazier things have happened so far here in the playoff run. But here's the thing. If they sell out on Jalen Brunson, it should free up Karl Anthony Towns or Anunoby or Bridges or Hart. And that is the point of having the team that they have and also having the depth of the team that they have between even the third-string center that you guys have talked about and Ariel Hukporti. Like Mike Brown utilized Hukporti throughout the regular season, especially in those situations where Mitchell Robinson didn't play. Part of it was also, obviously, we're resting Mitch, and that's the number one thing. But also, it's like, as a byproduct of that, we get to give Ariel Hukporti real minutes as a backup center and get the experience of being in a situation where, okay, you got to guard Embiid in space. Okay, you're going to have to come in here and keep drumming off the glass. Like, he's ready for that. He's been ready for that. And hopefully he's good. He's going to have to continue to be ready for that because I fully expect this foul situation to last all series long, right? Greg Prime said, no mercy. This is a statement game. It's best to take away any hope they have tonight. Absolutely. Absolutely. DJ Punchy, what's up, DJ Punchy? Let's keep it up, no letdown. Absolutely. I will say this about Philly. I will say this. Even if this ends up continuing the way that it's going and it is a blowout, from when they blew the game open to the end of the game, Philly got blown out by Boston in game 1 as well, and they went down 3-1 in that Boston series. And again, the Knicks are not Boston. I think they're a more complete and locked-in team than Boston was. But I say that to say that just because you blow a team out does not mean that's going to be the way the rest of the series. Again, Jalen Brunson could not miss. What happens if Jalen Brunson has an off game? Somebody else is going to have to step up. Looking at Karl Anthony Towns, looking at Bridges, looking at Anunoby, looking at the bench, right? But that is the point. That is the purpose of the team that the Knicks built. As deep as you could possibly get it. And even still, during the regular season, we were all like, bench is not deep enough. We got to add things at the deadline, which is why they went out and got Alvarado. Mark reminding people of the like button. Appreciate you, Mark. Absolutely. BMR said, I think the game plan was to let JB score, but they didn't count on the rest of the Knicks being hot too. I mean, are the Knicks hot, or did they just end up with quality looks? I mean, Mikal Bridges missed an open 3. The Knicks got an offensive rebound, gave it back to Bridges for another open 3. Anunoby 5 for 6. I mean, you didn't count on OG Anunoby coming off the best series of his career to continue to have that going. I mean, did the Knicks count on Paul George being hot? I mean, everybody, they just don't have great options right now. We'll see what they have here in the second half. I think the biggest problem is that JB was hot, and they let him get going, and he didn't look back. Anunoby has it on the left wing, being guarded by Paul George to get over to Towns. Up top, Towns keeps it, hits Anunoby, come back door, in the paint, lost the hand on the ball out of bounds. It's going to go to Philly. So it's a good pass from Karl Anthony Towns. Anunoby just couldn't hold on to it. You got to squeeze him down to orange, OG. Maxey hands it off to Edgecombe, gets it over to Oubre. Oubre gets it over to Embiid. They're denying Maxey the ball now. Embiid has it up top, being guarded by Towns to get over to Oubre, coming to his left, being guarded by Brunson, putting his head down, attacking, tries to get it over to Embiid. Jalen Brunson jumps the passing lane, gets the steal. Josh Hart going all the way down the other end, slipping all over my words, gets the layup to go, and it's a 25-point lead for the Knicks. You love to see it. Extended to 30, y'all. Not satisfied, extended to 30. Maxey coming to his right. Pocket pass to Embiid, foul line, pull-up jumper over Towns. In and out, can't get it to go, but rebound right to Oubre, who flips it up and in over Brunson. Come on, JB, you got to snag those rebounds, JB. Got to snag those rebounds. Rose said, let's see how Foster calls the game. I mean, we've seen how he calls the game, Rose, and I don't love it. I don't love it. Too many ticky-tack fouls, too many light fouls. Allow these guys to play basketball, man. Anunoby gets it over to Towns. Towns up top, faces up. Embiid has to close out the airspace, so he's guarding him. Hands it off to Brunson now, coming to his right. Brunson dancing with it against Paul George, coming to his left. They try to show a double team. Brunson, either bad pass or ball knocked out of his hands. Either way, it's a 2-on-1 fast break. Maxey down the lane against Hart, gets stripped. Great defense by Mikal Bridges, and then excellent defense and a hustle from Josh Hart. Cross-court pass to Brunson, over to Towns is the trailer. Wide open from 3, swings it over to Bridges. Bridges being guarded by Edgecombe. They didn't want to rush it, like it. They kick it out to Josh Hart in the right corner. They lob it down low to Towns in the post. A bad pass from Josh Hart. Sails over the head of Karl Anthony Towns. We had the wide open 3. We didn't want to force it. I like that. Maybe just take the 3. Maybe just take the open shots when you get them, right? Here we go. Or maybe Josh Hart maybe take the open 3. But Josh Hart, phenomenal defense. I'm going to let that possession there slide because phenomenal transition defense. Maxey up top gets it over to Paul George, being chased by Anunoby. They get over to Embiid in the post, being guarded by Towns. Backing him down. They show a double team. Pulls it out, throws it to nobody. Stolen by Jalen Brunson. Hit ahead to OG Anunoby. He's going to beat Maxey down the court. Just goes right past him for the two-handed slam. And the Knicks defense leading the offense. 25-point game again. Keep it around here. Extended to 30. Here we go. Come on. The stops have been phenomenal. The defensive plays have been phenomenal. Brunson 2 steals here. Paul George is going to fire up a deep logo 3. Do we have logo 3 on here? I'm going to give it to him. We do have logo 3. I'm going to give it to him. That's a deep one for Paul George. He got it to go. If those are the shots that Philly's going to be settling for, I think the Knicks are in a pretty decent position here. But you got to continue to play well offensively. Don't let this go back under 20. Don't give them airspace. Don't give them confidence here tonight. Towns has it up top. Being guarded by Paul George to get over to Brunson. Coming to his right. Paul George switches on to him. Brunson is going to dance with it. Over to Towns. Towns. Step back. Pump fake. Shot clock running down. Over to Bridges. Wide open under the paint by himself. What a pass from Karl Anthony Towns. Calm, cool, collected, patient in front of the double team. Hit Bridges, who continued to move into the open space. Love the offensive process there for Karl-Anthony Towns and the Knicks. Maxey up top, being guarded by Bridges. Gets caught in the air. Bridges takes it out of his hands and then gets fouled by Maxey, right? Got fouled by Maxey. Another turnover. Mikal Bridges locking up Maxey. I said before the game, I don't expect Mikal Bridges to lock up Tyrese Maxey here the way he did against Alexander Walker. Mikal Bridges has been so phenomenal here tonight. Like, it's been so understated because Brunson's brilliance, Karl-Anthony Towns out of the high post, all of the things. Mikal Bridges has been a star here tonight in his role. Brunson up top, off the handoff from Towns. They got it into him. Jalen Brunson coming to his left, sees a double team, driving it down in the paint, stops, turns over to Bridges, quick pass, Anunoby, wide open, straightaway three, line me up, OG, there we go, 27-point lead. And Nick Nurse calls a timeout. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Foot on the gas pedal. OG Anunoby, 18 points. The ball movement, the processing, the trust, the quick passing, the defense. Oh my goodness, the defense. And if I have to listen to another national podcast talk about how I can't trust the Knicks defense because of Karl-Anthony Towns and Jalen Brunson, I'm gonna have to get these guys to an eye doctor because they don't know what they're watching. Or they're just not watching. This Knicks defense has been locked in for about 2 to 3 months now. We saw this in the regular season to end the year. They ended the year as a top 10 defense. They dominated defensively against Atlanta when people had Atlanta as a possible upset pick, and they're dominating game one here tonight. Miss me with the whole Jalen Brunson and Karl-Anthony Towns are a liability defensively. They are locked in tonight, and they have been locked in for months. George Jones said, tipping my cap to Mike Brown right now? Absolutely. Absolutely. Mark said, give me more. Foot on their necks, foot on the gas pedal. Don't stop. You can't stop. You can't. You can't. This is the playoffs. No mercy. No mercy in the playoffs. Right? There is no, we'll get it back tomorrow. The 82 games are over. You're in a 16-game season. Right? In the NFL, the reason why the regular season matters so much is because there's a limited amount of games. Right? You're in a 16-game season now. You need 16 wins to win a championship. Knicks have 4 of them. Trying to get number 5. The Fleas continues the generosity. Appreciate you, brother. He said, talk to him, Sheffy. I'm trying, but they're not listening, Fleas. That's what I'm saying. They're not listening. We got to send them to a doctor, an eye doctor to check their eyesight, an ear doctor to check their hearing. They're not understanding what they're watching. Freeway Hustler, appreciate you, Freeway. He said, the defense. Mwah, chef's kiss. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, Freeway Hustler. I'm trying to tell y'all. And you guys know, so I don't have to tell y'all. I'm trying to tell the world. But they're not listening to us. They're not listening to little old me. Nick, yeah, I said tipping the cap to Leon Rose. Absolutely. Absolutely. He knew what he was doing. He had a vision and he executed the vision. Now, whether the vision works or not, whether the vision accomplishes the final goal of winning a championship, it's worked. Or it is working so far. Just that since 52 years seems like a long time coming. Still got a lot of work left to do. We're not even halfway there. Not even halfway there. But this is a phenomenal game one. But like I said, remember, game one against Boston, Philly laid an egg as well. Terrible, terrible game one. They got blown out. And I was like, oh yeah, Boston's going to fly by this series. So I'm not resting on the laurels of a big lead here. This game is far from over. We got 9 minutes to go here in the third quarter. I'm not resting on the laurels. Let's say they continue this blowout and it's not even close here in the second half and they win in a runaway game. I'm not resting on the laurels of that either. We got 3 more wins we got to go. Each game's going to be different. I'm expecting a close matchup the remainder of the way. That's my mentality. Every single game I come into, I'm expecting it to be close. I'm expecting it to come down to the wire. I expected game 6 against Atlanta to be close. I expected game 1 against Philly to be close so far, and it hasn't been. Neither of those games. As a matter of fact, the Knicks, so far in the playoffs, in all of their wins, have been blowouts. They are dominating the playoffs. The reason it doesn't look like it is because they went to 6 games against Atlanta, but the 2 games they lost were 1-point losses in each game. Keenar said, I was always in Leon Rose's court, but Mike Brown has shown me something. I'm with you, Keenar. Oh, I've always been a defender of Leon Rose and his vision. Edgecombe gets a lane to the basket, goes in for a 2-handed slam. Good start out of the timeout for Philly there in Edgecombe. Way to be aggressive against Brunson. I've always been in the camp of Leon Rose. I'm with you. Mike Brown, I'm with you, Keenahar. I absolutely 100% agree with that comment. He's showing me some things, but also this team as a whole is showing me some things too. They're locked in as a whole. Bridges down the lane, scoop play with the right hand, can't get it to go. Towns with a tip up and in. There you go. Mikal Bridges starting that off being aggressive, pulling Embiid, having to contest the rim, leaving Karl-Anthony Towns available to attack the glass. We love to see it. Embiid has it up top, being guarded by Towns, hands it off to Edgecombe. Edgecombe coming to his right, off the Embiid screen, driving it down against Towns, mid-range, pump fake, puts up. Towns with the block, loose ball, picked up by Edgecombe. What a defensive play between Brunson and Towns. Edgecombe gonna attack Brunson, now scoop play with the left hand, he got it to go. Now Edgecombe just looking to attack Brunson. This might end up being good offense for them. They've gotten 2 quality shots out of it. And Brunson's going to wind down as much time as possible. They're walking the ball down the other way. And Brunson will walk it down. Brunson gets it over to Bridges. He's attacking the paint, leaves it off. Karl-Anthony Towns to the rim. Scoop layup, got it to go. And the ball movement continues. The ball movement, the player movement, it's incredible. Here comes Paul George bringing it down. Paul George dancing with it against Anunoby. Paul George pulls it out, crosses over to his left, down the lane, leans in, gets caught in the air, almost throws it away. Edgecombe with a beautiful save. Maxey down the lane, back out. Paul George a 3. Brunson flying out the contest. He can't get it to go. Anunoby rips down the rebound. We're pushing the other way. Look at the defense flying around. Paul George, that's a makeable shot, but the defense is flying around trying to contest all of these looks. Bridges dancing around the Town screen, over to Towns, pick and pop straight away. Line me up, Big Cat. Cities is in the building. He's been in the building here for the playoffs. Welcome. Karl-Anthony Towns playing his best basketball of the year. Maxey almost turns it over. Embiid picks it up, draws a foul going to the rim. It should be foul on the floor. Mark, up by 30, 90 to 60. 90 to 60. Give me 40. We have more than enough time left. Make it a statement. Give me 40 here. Keenahara, big freaking cities, man. Big cities in the building. Chaos Kid, what's up, Chaos Kid? Knicks in 3. Every game is different. Every game is different. I'm expecting game 2 to be a close game. I'm expecting Philly to make a big run here and get it under 20. That's my expectation. Kentas said, drink some water. I got you, brother. You saw me taking sips. I'm taking sips. You got sip water. You don't want to down it during the game. Embiid knocks down the first free throw. I can't believe they put him at the foul line here. He picked up the loose ball and like flailed at the rim and threw it up with one hand. It went over the backboard. That's in the act of shooting? That's in the act of shooting, NBA? I think this officiating has been rough, man. Jay Gardner, Bodega's in the building. Jorge Rodriguez, Bridges locking him down. Is it 3 free throws? Embiid misses the second one. The second game has tipped off, by the way, so end of the quarter at some point here during the timeout, we can go check it out. So Embiid misses the second free throw. He's got one more coming. They give him 3 free throws out of that. That's in the act of shooting, NBA? Jumping forward and throwing it with one hand at the rim and it goes over the backboard? That's in the act of shooting? That's not side out of bounds? Great officiating tonight, NBA. Great officiating. Curtis Painter said, just came to say 30. Absolutely. Absolutely. Now it's 28. So now we got a ball game. I don't want 28. I want 28. Everything over 30. Now you're making me spoiled, Knicks. Everything over 30. Don't make it close. Over to Josh Hart in the corner. Jab step coming to his left. In the lane, kicks it out. Karl-Anthony Towns, another pick and pop 3. Misses that one off the back of the rim. Embiid with the rebound, gets it over to Maxey. They're bringing it down the other way. Maxey has it up top, being guarded by Bridges. They swing it over to Edgecombe, being guarded by Brunson. They're trying to exploit this Brunson matchup now against Edgecombe. Coming to his left, down the lane against Towns, who play with the left hand. Can't get it to go. Towns with the rebound. Excellent defense from Karl-Anthony Towns. Defending that layup, not fouling, and then snagging the rebound. Over to Josh Hart, down the lane, swings it out. Bridges, right corner 3, line me up. Line me up, Mikal. Oh my goodness. They are running them out of the building. Keep it going. Foot on the gas pedal. Don't stop. I won 40. 31-point lead now. Paul George has it up top, being guarded by Josh Hart. Paul George calling for a screen. Coming to his left off the screen. Driving it down to his left. Has it up top. Paul George behind the back. Coming to his left. Down the lane. Snakes it back to his right hand. Puts up the one-handed floater. Got it to go. End the foul. Karl-Anthony Towns. That's 4. Towns, get your hands off of him. You know they're calling everything tonight, Towns. You know they're calling everything. You got to get your hands off of him in that scenario. It's a low ticky-tack foul. He's got his hand out there like that. He's got it on his hand, on his like abdomen area as he's going up to shoot. So that's going to be a foul call. That's a foul call. He's going to send Paul George to the foul line for one more. He knocked down that floater there. Mike, no prisoners. Absolutely. Mark said no foul there. With the way they've officiated the game, it's a foul. So in this game, it's a foul, Mark. Like just in this game, the way they've officiated it, unfortunately, is a foul. And you got to know that, right? Now you have 4. Now you got to come out of the game. So does Embiid, though, as Drummond comes in. Robinson is in the game now. Robinson should dominate this matchup. Come on, Big Mitch. Dominate the matchup. Just that said, Mitch and Deuce get some. Is Deuce also coming in? Deuce is also coming in. We got McBride and Robinson along with the other 3 wing starters. Anunoby comes out of the game along with Towns, Brunson, Bridges, and Hart, who have been excellent tonight. Excellent. Brunson hasn't even scored in the second half so far. They haven't needed him. They haven't needed him to. Everybody getting in on the action. Brunson will bring it down. Paul George knocks down his N1 free throw. 28-point game. Brunson dancing around a Robinson screen, coming to his right. Brunson dancing with it, coming to his left, spinning to his right. Has it in the post now against Edgecombe. Backing him down in the paint. Steps through. Floater. Can't get it to go. Looking for the foul. Doesn't get it. Home run pass. Bridges beats Paul George down the court. Gets a steal. Now to 5-on-4. They swing it over to McBride. Left wing. Pump fake. Over to Hart. Pass fake. Josh Hart wide open. He's going to take a rhythm dribble, and Philly's going to recover defensively. Excellent defense from Philly. McBride has it up top, being guarded by Oubre. They swing it over to Bridges. Bridges step back 3. He's feeling it like that. Oh, he's feeling it like that. Oh, my goodness. And I love them flashing the wall. Clyde Frazier sitting on the bench just chewing on something. Peanuts, popcorn, whatever it is. He's having a good time. He's like, another blowout? At least make the game entertaining, Knicks. And we get a timeout from Philly. And it's a 31-point beatdown. Foot on the gas pedal. I want a 40-point lead here tonight. Mikal Bridges, 17 points, 7 for 10 from the field. We knew that Game 6 was important for Mikal to get back on track. We knew it. And I gotta tell you, I'm so dang impressed with Mikal's defense here tonight because Maxey is a problem. And look, Philly fans are gonna tell you Maxey's not 100%. I'm warning you now, if you go onto social media and you start going at Philly fans, I had to fix that real quick, my bad. and you start going at it with Philly fans, the excuse they will give you, see Tyler, appreciate you, brother. The excuse they will give you guys is that Tyrese Maxey's not 100%. Obviously, Embiid is not 100%. But again, when is Embiid 100% ever in the playoffs? That's an expected factor whenever you go against the 76ers in the playoffs, right? So Maxey, they're going to tell you, is not 100%. He's got a splint on his finger. He's not feeling well. He's not shooting it well. I think it's on his shooting hand. I don't care. Mikal Bridges has you in Alcatraz right now. He's got 13, 3, and 2. He's got 4 turnovers, I believe. Spacebound Chips with us, Spacebound. Appreciate it, brother. You said the fit is fire. We had to bring out the orange and blue. I know on some of your guys' screen it may appear as purple because the hat is reflecting the color down. It's changing the way it appears to you. It's a blue. It's a blue suit with the orange shirt. I know I got the red hat on, but that's the signature of the channel, so that's why it's red. I'm not bringing out the orange hat. We might bring out an orange hat next year, but those are next year plans. Next season plans. Appreciate you, Spacebound. Appreciate you, brother. Maxey turnovers. Maxey does not turn the ball over. Maxey is one of those guys. Crazy said Josh Hart got a broken finger. Yeah, Josh Hart's finger comes up, and then it goes out that way. Josh Hart's finger comes up, and then goes that way, and then it comes back this way. And my guy still shot 40% from 3. So miss me with the whole Maxey thing. I'm with you, Crazy. Absolutely. Keenar said, yup, purple. I know on some of your screens coming out purple. Literally on my screen that I could see right here in front of me that reflects the camera is blue. Is blue. So you may have to adjust your visions. Spacebound said, nah, you got it. Let's go, Knicks. Yes, sir. Knicks are hooping, brother. This is what we're here for. Maxey. Back to Maxey. 4 turnovers. For a guy who averages about 2.5, a little over 2 turnovers on the season, on the regular season, did not turn it over at all against Boston, was phenomenal taking care of the basketball. Tonight, he is the largest plus minus at minus 31. Or the worst, I guess, the lowest, at minus 31. Keenar said, yeah, Clyde, no reaction. He only responds to the chip. He's a cool cat. I mean, he's got high expectations. He knows what it takes. He knows what the job is. He knows what we're here for. A 31-point blowout here in game 1 of the second round, that's nothing. He's like, yeah, you guys should have won the first round and at least 5. Probably should have been 4. And then here in round 2, like you should breeze by round 2. Like you're a championship contending team. This is not satisfactory. This is not a surprise. We're not celebrating this. Nick Yak said Bridges been playing well since our last loss. Yeah. And you know, I was very protective of Mikal Bridges in the sense of that Atlanta series. I know I was, maybe even a little overprotective. You know, I eventually relented, being like, all right, you got to give us some points, brother. And 0 in the playoff game is crazy. But I was saying that Mikal Bridges' defense was excellent in that Atlanta series. Here tonight, the defense has been excellent and the shot making's been spectacular. But here we go. We're going to check back in. Edgecombe has it up top, being guarded by McBride. Over to Justin Edwards coming off a screen. He'll put up a straightaway three. He'll knock down a straightaway three. Justin Edwards. And it's back to 28. Not satisfied at 28, y'all. Raymond said, we'll get 40 today. We better. We better. Give me a 40-point lead. I want it. I want it. Brunson will bring it down. He has it up top. We're under 5 to go. Brunson over to Bridges. Bridges being guarded by Quinn Grimes. Coming to his right for Robinson screen. They swing it out to McBride. Left wing three. Deuce get it back. Comes up short on that one. Rebound careens to Grimes. Grimes will bring it down the other way. Grimes was pretty horrific in that first half. Let's see what he's got here tonight. He's being guarded by Bridges. Gets it over to Justin Edwards. Over to Drummond. A left corner three for Drummond. Can't get it to go. Rebounded by Josh Hart. Josh Hart will bring it down. Josh Hart cross-court pass to Bridges. Bridges being guarded by Grimes. Bridges is going to run a pick and roll with Robinson. Ball in the hands of Mikal Bridges a lot. He's going to attack Drummond into space, blows past him, and gets fouled. They're going to call the foul on Drummond there. They have been consistently calling that, those little body check, little ticky-tack touch fouls there. They've been calling them here tonight. They called it on Cat and both Robinson. Both picked up a foul that way. Drummond now picks up a foul there. Daniel Das said, Shaq Attack agrees. I call him Uncle Shaq. Marlon, What's up, Marlon? Chef, tell you the Knicks wasn't going to look back all the way, wasn't going to look back. I mean, hopefully. 28-point game right now. Mikal Bridges to the bench. Mikal Bridges to the bench. He gets a standing ovation. Maybe not a standing ovation, but a nice ovation from the crowd. I don't think anybody was standing, but a nice ovation from the crowd. They get it into Robinson. Robinson hands it off to Brunson, being chased by Edgecombe. Brunson coming to his right up the Robinson screen. Brunson down the lane, in the paint, puts up the floater, way off on that one. Battle for the loose ball rebound. Edgecombe can grab it, out of bounds. It's going to stay here with the Knicks. Good job by Clarkson to keep the possession alive. Clarkson battling for that rebound, knocks it out of bounds. Off of Edgecombe, battling for it. I'm blowing my nose real quick, guys. Hold on. Nick Nurse using a challenge here, by the way. So we have a timeout anyway. We have a bit of a break, a bit of a reprieve. Just that said, Josh to rest too. Yeah, Josh Hart to the bench now as well. We have a bench unit out there. Brunson and Anunoby are going to remain as the starters out there, along with Robinson, Clarkson, and McBride. Marlon said, you need to put the Knicks logo on your chef's hat. Why would I not put my own logo on my chef's hat, brother? Keno Harris said, TMI blowing the nose. Why is that too much information? I have to give you a reason why I'm walking off screen. I mute myself and I walk off screen to blow my nose, so I'm not doing it in your face and in your ears. It's not TMI. I gotta let you know. I can't just walk off screen and be quiet for 10 seconds. I gotta give you a reason. Mark said, y'all peep the Chefy merch. Appreciate you, Mark. Appreciate you shouting out the merch we got in the chat. More merch is on the way, including Chef's hat. We got a plan for it, but it's got to take. It's a certain kind of execution we got to have. Just that said, cough button is all. Yeah, we got to have a cough button, right? So I'm not coughing and breathing heavy in your ears. Mark said the khaki dad hat is fire. Appreciate you, brother. Keno Hara, that's crazy, brother. Crazy. Successful challenge? It's a successful challenge. They call a ticky-tack touch foul on Jordan Clarkson as they were going for a loose ball. Really? Really with this officiating tonight? Philly will bring it down. These little tiny touch. Are we in the playoffs or not? The officials are officiating this as it's a regular season game. And the Knicks are up 28 points regardless. McBride not allowing an easy inbound, knocks it out of bounds. They're trying to get in the Edgecombe. Knicks will full court press here with up 28. I love it. I love it. Foot on the gas pedal. Christopher, what's up, Christopher? There's an Amber Alert for Embiid. Here comes Philly as they get it in. Grimes bringing it down against Clarkson, over to Drummond, being guarded by Robinson, and Drummond steps on the sideline, and the ball's going back to the Knicks. So all of that hooting and hollering and huffing and puffing and challenging and reviewing and all the time we had in the stoppage in the game, just for Embiid to step, just for Andre Drummond to step on the sideline and give the ball right back to the Knicks. Here comes Brunson. Get a score now. Brunson gets it over to Clarkson. Back to Brunson. Give me a 30-point lead. 28's not enough. Brunson over to Clarkson, attacking along the right baseline, goes in, loses the handle on the ball. Barlow picks it up. Barlow gets it over to Edgecombe, bringing it down the other way. Edgecombe on the left wing, gets it over to Grimes, coming to his left, down the lane, kicks it out, Drummond against Robinson. Robinson runs him off the three-point line. Now Drummond isolated against him, backing him down, drop steps, he steps into a double team, and a foul. Come on, man, Drummond is off balance, out of control, falling out of bounds, and you call the foul? And Anunoby's looking at him like, what are we doing? Is this a playoff game or not? Why are you officiating like it's a regular season game? Can you allow these guys to play basketball? The foul's on Anunoby at least and not on Robinson, which would have been Robinson's fourth, but now Anunoby's got 3 fouls. I don't like it. Side out of bounds still, but the next foul will put them at in the bonus, I believe. Justin Edwards, left corner 3 off the screen, comes up well short. Barlow, the offensive rebound, shallow rebound, careened right to him, over to Grimes, ran off the line by Clarkson. Great defense of Clarkson, stay in front of him, back over to Edgecombe, and straightaway 3, he knocks it down. I don't like it. 25-point game, I don't like it at all. I don't like it at all. Mike said timeout right now. They just came out of a timeout. They just got to lock in right now. Give me a score. It's been a while since the Knicks have scored. Brunson gets it over to McBride. Up top, being guarded by Grimes. They get over to Anunoby, coming off a screen, driving to his right, step back, pump fake, and they call the travel, I believe. They call the travel. The official standing behind Anunoby didn't call the travel. I think Scott Foster did, who's terrible. Scott Foster sucks. He's been awful tonight. I mean, this has been one of the worst officiated games I've seen the Knicks play so far in this postseason. Edgecombe coming to his right, a pull-up 3 over Anunoby. Can't get it to go. Comes up short. Robinson a rebound. Here comes Brunson. Brunson bringing it down. Up top, crosses over to his left, crossing back over to his right, off the Robinson screen, down the lane, leans in, puts up the floater. Can't get it to go, but gets fouled by Justin Edwards, his 4th, and Brunson will go to the foul line for 2. Finally, put some points on the board for us, JB, please. Put some points on the board for us. Mark said, yeah, it's horrible. Scott Foster needs to be investigated. It's just the flow of the game sucks, right? Like if I was Philly, I'd be upset with the flow of the game as well. Like I'd be like, can we play basketball? Can we get into a rhythm of flow here? It's been awful, awful. Hit hard, the travel, absolutely yes. Brunson at the foul line for 2. Knocks down the first one. Thank you, JB, and we do have a travel. Where's the travel? Where we got it? Oh, logo 3 as well. I said we were going to give that to Paul George earlier. So we got logo 3, and then we have a travel. Brunson hit the first free throw. He's got one more coming. And he does knock down the second one. That gives him 29 points. He's one more away from the 30 ball. Bridges has 17, by the way, which we have him up here for 15. We didn't go over the bingo card, which we can at the next timeout break, or maybe end of the quarter, but we'll go over it. We'll update it in a second. I got it filled in. Edgecombe, up top, being guarded by McBride. They get over to Grimes, being guarded by Clarkson, spinning to his right, pulls it back, coming to his left, spins to his right, down the lane, kicks it out Barlow. He's going to attack the paint against Clarkson, kicks it up top to Edgecombe, in the paint against Robinson, gets swatted at the rim, but a foul. And that's 4 fouls on Mitchell Robinson now. This is how I feel. Mark said Robinson had ball too. I mean, they're just anticipating that it's going to be a foul because he's going to the rim. That's all ball. Use a challenge, Mike Brown. Use a challenge. Use the challenge. Save Mitchell Robinson a foul. Use the challenge. He's out of control. He doesn't have full possession of the ball. Mitchell Robinson gets all ball. It's not a foul. Edgecombe at the foul line. Misses a free throw. Ball don't lie. We love when the opponents miss free throws. Ball does not lie. Terrible officiating tonight. Horrific officiating. Bridges with 15. Anunoby is 18. We have him up here for 20, right? We do have him up here for 20. So we'll go through it. We have Josh Hart for 12, 5, and 5, which I believe he is very much on pace for or is already completed. Edgecombe missed the first free throw. Missed me another one. He misses 2. Ball does not lie. And a loose ball foul on a Dembona, grabbing on to Karl Anthony Towns there. And it's side out of bounds for the Knicks. Jason said, oh man, Embiid must be done, Bona in. They might be waving the white flag in this game and saving Joel Embiid, coming off of Game 7 there. J.R. Jow or Junior Jow. What's up, Junior? I need one more assist, Carl. He might be good for one more assist. Who knows? Huck Porty's going to come in for Towns now. He came in for one play, drew a foul, and then he came back out. Final 2 minutes of the game, I guess not wanting to give him another foul call or another possible foul as he's got 4 going into the fourth quarter here. Brunson, a step-back jumper, got it to go. He's got 30. There it is. Knicks with 100 with 2 minutes to go here in this third quarter. 29-point lead, not good enough. Give me a 30-plus point lead, and I want 40. At some point tonight, I want 40. And a foul on the outside. Is this a regular season game? What are we doing here? Brunson hurting, holding on to his left arm. What is the officiating here? JB31, yes, sir. Let's fill it in. Let's fill it in. Quinn Grimes at the foul line for 2. I mean, this is just a horribly officiated game. Rog D guy said refs are mad the game isn't close, so they can't affect the outcome. It's been rough. It's been rough. Grimes hit the first one. He's got one more coming. Robert Klink, what's up, Rob? Quinn Grimes knocks down both. 27-point game. I don't like it. I really don't. Genuinely, I don't like it. I'm not doing a bid or anything like that. 27's not enough. Get over to Brunson. Back to Anunoby. Anunoby 1-on-1 against Barlow. Crosses over to his right. Down the lane. Pump fake. Inside. Clarkson, easy layup, got it to go. And Philly's defense is crumbling, falling apart. The Knicks are picking it apart easily. Trendon Watford's in the game. Some more full court pressing here from the Knicks. Jordan Clarkson applying pressure. Quinn Grimes pulls it out. Being guarded by Brunson. Grimes up top. Coming to his left off a Bona screen. And it's a moving screen on Adem Bona. And Adem Bona's looking at Quinn Grimes and he's like, you went too fast. And usually it's on the ball handle to do that. Just that's it. Star JB rest early. Put this one out of hands, out of reach. Put this one out of reach. Just that said, Sheffy is deep down a Tibbs guy tonight. Tibbs? We talking about Tibbs during a 29-point beatdown in the first game of round 2? Hug 40 hands it off to Brunson. Brunson's gonna dance with it. Come to his right off the Hug 40 screen. Brunson sees a double team and gets fouled by Bona. Brunson going to the foul line for 2. Knicks now in the bonus with a minute to go. Lewis said, what's going on with the officials? It's been rough, man. It's been a rough officiated game. Just that said, you want the starters to stay in? I'm good on the starters coming out of the game. I'm good. I'm good on that. Put them out. Get them out. Ghost Travis said, why is Philly putting the bench team on? This is why. They played in a grueling Game 7 2 days ago. And they have an older veteran-laden team, and they don't have much of a bench. They're relying very heavily on their starters. So they're punting this game away. They're not making a 30-point comeback, as Brunson knocks down the first free throw. He's got another one coming. They're not making it a 30-point comeback. So, yeah, they're like, all right, sit the guys down, rest up for Game 2. It's a 7-game series. Brunson knocks down both free throws. Jalen Brunson perfect from the foul line tonight. We love to see it. Gabriel Gobi. What's up, Gabriel? 0 double-double. Do we have a double-double? We're going to have to go through the box score. I didn't even see it, but the Knicks came up with another stop. Brunson bringing it down the other way. I was too busy reading chat. My apologies. Brunson up top being guarded by Justin Edwards. Under a minute to go here. Brunson going to run a pick and roll with Hug Porty. Coming to his right. Dancing with it against Edwards. Blows past him in the lane. Throws up the floater. Gets it to go. They can't stop Brunson. He's got 35. He's got 35. He's got 35 through 3 quarters. Brunson, give me a 40 ball. Play the starters for like 4 minutes in the fourth quarter. Like 4 minutes. Just make sure we get a 40 ball from JB. They swing. He had 39 the other night against Atlanta. Get him a 40 ball here. Barlow in the paint gets the lefty layup to go. Hug Porty just gives it to him. Right? Barlow with a like hard dribble in the paint. Hug Porty backs off and gives him the. I'm giving points all over the place. My bad. Hold on. There we go. And it's 106 to 75. Here we go. Brunson, McBride up top. Crowd on their feet. 10 seconds to go. Coming to his right. Pull up 3 from McBride. Give it to me. Oh, McBride getting on in the action as well. Oh, we love to see. That's why I didn't adjust the score any further. 109-75. A step back 3 for Grimes. He got it to go. And it's a 31-point game where the largest was 34. They get it into Anunoby. 0.2 on the clock. He can't get it off in time, so he heaves it up there anyway. That's going to be the end of the third. 12 minutes on the clock, 109-78. The Knicks will end up winning. The best team will end up winning. Iron Wolves, the JV is smoking. 35 points. Can we get him 5 more points in the fourth quarter, please? Can we get him a 40 ball? Please, can we get him a 40 ball? Please! Clarkson with 2, McBride with 8. He's knocked down 2 threes tonight. We love to see it. Anunoby with 18. Also, we need 2 more points from Anunoby. All right, let's see. Let's check the box score. Let's check the box score. We're checking the box score not because it's going to tell us anything necessarily, but because we have to check it in relation to our bingo card. So we never actually went over the bingo card. We never, this is a brand new series, brand new 2-team matchup. So I pulled from both of the bingo cards in order to make this one here tonight. We have the usual successful challenge. We have Embiid for 25, Maxey for 30. Neither of them are getting that. Embiid with 14, Maxey with 13. Both of them combined made 6 shots and shot a combined 16 free throws. Horrific basketball. Mark said he'll play for a bit in the fourth. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure too. 4 to 6 minutes we'll have a variation of the starters in the game. But what else do we have? Shot clock violation we should have had, but we didn't have tonight. They took it away from us. Edgecombe for 20. He's got 12. We had 2 consecutive missed free throws. Mitch Robinson gave us that. If anything, Mitch, he gave us that. We also have Mitch for 4 offensive rebounds. We're going to check the Knicks box score in a second. We have Paul George for 20. He's not getting it. He's got 7. He might get it. We'll see if he plays at all in the fourth quarter here. He's got 17. Maybe he knocks down 1 more 3. But he's up there for 20 points. We have a goaltend, which we have not seen, which we could have had in the first possession of the game as well. Either this or a shot clock violation, and they waved both of them away when it should have been at least one of them. We have Brunson for 30 already through 3 quarters. A double-double, let's check. Let's go down the box score here. But nobody on Philly has a double-double. Nobody with more than 5 rebounds. And Kelly Oubre with 5 leads the way. And then we go down to the Knicks. And Josh Hart with 8, 8, and 6. While Towns has 17, 6, and 6. So nobody with a double-double. Unfortunately, we might not get that. We may not get the double-double. Any player for 3 blocks, we could check that. Karl-Anthony Towns has 2 blocks. Nobody else with more than 1 on the Knicks. And then over on Philly, Kelly Oubre has 1 block, and that's it. Okay, triple-double. I mean, we have a couple of players close to it, but with this being such a heavy blowout, we're not going to get to the triple-double. It seems like Robinson for 4 offensive rebounds. He's got 4 defensive rebounds. No offensive rebounds for Mitch. I could have sworn I thought he had 1, but no offensive rebounds for Mitch tonight. Josh Hart with 12, 5, and 5. He's got 8, 8, and 6. So 4 more points, 2 more baskets, Josh Hart, in this fourth quarter. 2 more rebounds, 2 more baskets. Give us this spot. I guess we need a goaltend and Maxey for 30, which we're not getting for bingo. The diagonal, I guess we could have a failed challenge and Paul George could hit 1 more 3. But we'll see if he plays at all in the fourth quarter here. What else do we have? We have player fouls out, which seems pretty good in this series with Joel Embiid and Maxey and the way they're officiated. We have that. 4-point play we haven't had here tonight. Haven't had a failed challenge. We've had 2 successful challenges. No techs. Karl-Anthony Towns for 25. He's got 17, 6, and 6, so it doesn't seem like he'll get to 25 unless he goes off here at the start of the fourth quarter. If he starts, we'll see. We're back in now. What else do we have? Anunoby for 20. 1 more basket, OG. But again, not really going to help us for bingo, unfortunately. This game has been such a blowout, and everybody's contributed that we're not really filling in the card. And then a jump ball, which I guess we could get, but here we go. Start of the fourth quarter, y'all. Here we go. Who do we have in here? They hit Grimes come back door. They kick it out. Jalen Terry is in the game. He puts up the 3. He misses it. Rebound. Good box out and rebound from McPorty there. Start of the fourth quarter. Let's get it going. These are the lineups that are in there. The 76ers have waved the white flag. The only guy part of their rotation in is Quinn Grimes. And then the Knicks have McPorty, Clarkson, Shamet, Alvarado, and McBride. The bench unit is in. Full bench unit. Alvarado on the right wing, gets it over to McBride, up top being guarded by Grimes. McBride's going to dance with it, rhythm dribble, pull up 3 over Grimes, comes up short, can't get the friendly bounce. Bono with the rebound, here comes Jalen Terry. Terry bringing it down, once a Nick, always a Nick. Jalen Terry, Nick legend, coming to his left off the screen, and a moving screen on Adem Bona. Shamet fighting over that screen right there. That's 3 fouls at Adem Bona early. Maybe Bona can foul out for us. Mark said Bona is laughably terrible. He's really bad against smart athletic teams like the Knicks. Well, the Knicks aren't super athletic, but they're smart. I thought he was really good in the Celtics series. But yeah, these are the dumb, silly mistakes that forces Nick Nurse to rely on Andre Drummond. So McBride, a right wing three. He gets open on the screen. Can't get it to go. Hug Porty, the offensive rebound. Kicks it out to Shamit. Shamit tries to get it down low. Ball knocked loose. Shamit goes into the backcourt to recover it. Shot clock down to 5. Shamit's got a cook here. 1-on-1. Shamit, give me a bucket. Shamit, between the legs, step back, foul line, pull-up jumper, comes up short, can't get the friendly roll, battle for the rebound, Hug Porty knocks it out of bounds, the ball's going to go back to Philly. Knicks still battling on the boards, Jordan Clarkson battling down there. You love it. I love it, Jordan Clarkson. I love what Jordan Clarkson has made himself into here in this Knicks rotation. Oh my goodness. The camera pans over to Patrick Ewing, who's no longer interested in the game. He's sitting there on his phone. He's sitting there on his phone. He's chilling. He's no longer interested in the game. He's like, the Knicks, my goodness, Philly, at least put up a fight. Mark said, we want Kolek chats? Absolutely. Absolutely. Jorge Rodriguez said, even with the officials, we can't stop, won't stop. Can't stop, won't stop. Here comes Trendon Watford down the lane, scoop layup, smokes it, battle for the rebound, knocked out of the air again, out of bounds. And a foul? A foul is called. Foul on Hug Porty. Battling on the boards against Bona. Junior said, we don't want that. Kolek? I want Kolek. I want the end of the bench guys out there. Give me Diawara. Give me Kolek. Give me Dadie. We already got Hug 40 minutes. Give me those 3 young guys. That's what I want to see. Bona down the lane, runs right through McBride, and it's a charge. 4 fouls on a Dem Bona now, right? 5 fouls on a Dem Bona. Yes, sir. Foul out, Bona. Foul out, baby. We need it. We need it. Mark said Bona is horrible. I kind of like Bona, Mark. I kind of like him. He's an energy big. You're not going to see anything of interest here in these minutes, but he has been awful tonight. I'm with you. He has been awful. He has been horrendous. I kind of like Bona as an energy big, though. When utilized correctly, which they do not. But yeah, the dumb, silly mental mistakes is the thing holding him back from being a true blue backup center. He's a second-year guy. He made nice steps this season, but there's a reason why they were relying on Andre Drummond as their backup center. 10-10 to go here. Clarkson coming to his right off the screen down the lane, gets tied up by Terry, and we're going to get a jump ball. Jump ball, baby, jump ball. We got one. We got one. Where's jump ball at? Down here. Kolek's coming in, baby. Yeah, we're getting end of the bench guys early here in the 4th. The starters should be done. I'm happy to see it. Kano said Drummond over Bona? I mean, right now, yeah. Yeah, that's not even debatable. I was heavy in the Bona camp, but that's not even debatable anymore. Bona has been horrific tonight. Can't even defend that. Terry wins the tip. Barlow picks it up. Philly's bringing it down. Trendon Watford on the left wing, coming to his right. Watford loses the hand on the ball. Clarkson picks his pocket. Kolek picks it up. Kolek over to Alvarado. He'll stop and pop the straightaway 3. Alvarado lines it up from 3. And we love to see it. We love to see it. 34-point lead for the New York Knicks. Grimes gets it over to Dalen Terry. Kicks it back over to Grimes. Down the lane, in the paint. Kicks it out to Barlow. Coming to his right, being guarded by Kolek in the paint. He throws up the little one-handed floater. He gets it to go down. And here comes Alvarado. He's going to stop and pop again. He's feeling it. Can't get that one to go. Hug Porty snatches a big, strong rebound in the paint. And he kicks it out to nobody. Gets stolen by Jabari. Jabari Walker. They kick it over to Dalen Terry, a right wing 3. He knocks it down. Kennard said Barlow should play more for them. Yeah, Barlow was really good for them. He was actually their starting power forward majority of the season. And he was solid. I'm not sure why he has been completely removed from the rotation. Like, I get maybe not relying on him a ton, but no minutes at all is kind of crazy. Ball got knocked out of Hug Porty's hands. Clarkson picks it up. They swing it around. Kolek wide open left corner 3, line me up. Tyler Kolek getting in on the action, folks. TK in the house. Getting busy. We love to see playoff points from the youngsters. Terry down the lane, high floater, way off. Rebound into Jabari Walker, floater, he can't get it to go. Battle for the loose ball rebound. Kolek hits the floor and saves it to the Hug Porty. They call it jump ball first. Can you allow these guys to play basketball, officials? Can you allow these guys to play basketball? Extremely horrific officiating tonight. They're officiating it as if it's a regular season game. It's terrible. It's terrible officiating. The Fleet said tears of joy. I'm shocked. I truly am completely blindsided. And here's my guy, Pacom Dadie. I'm completely blindsided by the Knicks' dominance tonight. I really am. I thought, and I knew they were coming off of Game 7, and I know they're short on their bench. They don't trust their players. I'm completely blindsided by how the Knicks dominated this game tonight, especially considering the officiating and the foul woes. Especially taking all of that into account, I'm shocked the Knicks were able to pull away to the degree that they did. Bridges was awesome. Brunson was awesome. Anunoby was phenomenal. And Towns was great. The foul issues are going to continue to be a problem. But if they can get this level of shot making, and maybe not this level of shot making, tonight has been spectacular, but Jabari Walker in the post against Shamit, backing him down. Trendon Watford in the post, backing him down. Can't get the little flip shot to go. Hug Porty snatches a rebound. They're trying to bully ball us in the paint, and they can't even knock down the shots. Clarkson driving it down against Jabari Walker. Ball knocked out of his hands, but a foul is called. And Jabari Walker can't believe it. And I don't even blame him. I don't even blame Jabari Walker for complaining for that. The officiating has been rough. Joseph said, even Wiry the most officiating, even with the most officiating, they can't stop the Knicks. We're like that. They played fantastic basketball tonight. Knicks swinging around. Dadier swings through to his left over to Clarkson. He'll fire up a three. He's been off all playoffs long from three. He misses that one. We got to get Clarkson going from three. We just got to. It's important. It's going to be important. Jalen Terry danced with it against Clarkson. Terry crosses over, down the lane, in the paint. He throws up a floater over Clarkson. Excellent defense. Can't get it to go. Rebound to Clarkson. He'll bring it down. Can we get Diawara in the game, please? Clarkson tries to split the defense, and it turns it over. Bad ball handling. Barlow down the lane, over to Wofford in the paint, kicks it in the corner to Terry. Jab step coming to his left, stops inside. Jabari Walker cutting to the rim, layup, can't get it to go, but fouled. It's going to the foul line for two. 7:47 to go. We're going to hang out all night, by the way. We could also check out the other games, so let's do that because we're here. We're here at the free throw line. Michael Brown said Chevy Jr. and they needed to fire the refs and hire some new ones. Bruce Williams to Bruce. How many free throws do the Sixers have? We could check right now. We're also going to go around the league. But we could check how many free throws right now. Walker knocks down the first one. He's got another one coming. Ken Tossin, I'm surprised Edwards played tonight. Justin Edwards, he's been their last guy in the rotation, their eighth man for a while now. In that Boston series he was. Clarkson comes out, Diawara comes in. We got Mo Diawara in the game, y'all. We got him. How many free throws have they shot? The 26 free throws for the 76ers, 31 free throws for the Knicks. Oh, no, those are three-point attempts. My goodness. Free throws, 24 free throws for Philly, 16 for the Knicks. Jabari Walker knocked down both free throws. They swing it out. Dadier, right corner three, line me up. He throws up an air ball. Come on, Pacom. So we are halfway through the second quarter. It's 32-29. What a low-scoring game. What a low-scoring game here tonight. We know Anthony Edwards is playing. Let's take a look at it. Actually, you know what? We'll save this for halftime. Let's lock back into the game. It is 87-115. Kolek lobs it up to Dadier for the layup. There we go. Or the next timeout. Let's save it for the next timeout. Bakom really, bro. Yeah, come on, brother. Come on. He does get the lob there from Kolek. There you go. He's up on the board. And Justin Edwards steps on the sideline there. And we're going to get a timeout. There you go. We got a timeout. We have a 30-point lead. We love to see it. It's been decimation tonight. Absolute decimation. Damon Smith said, where's Sohan? Yeah, he hasn't come into the game yet. I assume he's going to come in for Huck Porty at some point, I guess. He'll come in for Huck Porty at some point, I assume, and we'll go small. Mark, you love to see it. Give it up for our Knicks. Give it up for Knicks. Crazy said, can we blow out bingo? Unfortunately, when we have blowouts like this, bingo is very difficult to get. We have Brunson going off, so he's got the 30. Bridges went off, so he has the 15. But outside of that, it's really difficult, obviously, to hit the player props because they don't play the fourth quarter. So it's really difficult to get the player props in that regard. Philly was terrible tonight from the field, so Maxey and Embiid aren't getting their props. Josh Hart, he needed 2 more baskets. He's not getting his prop. And Anunoby was 2 points away from his. Unfortunately, during these blowouts, it's difficult to get bingo. We have to get it through somebody having a prop and then through other instances in the game, like some of the regular things, like a failed challenge, logo 3, jump ball. So we have a couple of these, but none of them are going to add up enough to get to the bingo tonight. So bingo, a bit of a bust tonight with the blowout, unfortunately. Foong Pei said, Grad Chefy and crew, a comfy 30. Comfy 30. Comfy 30. I still want the 40. We're halfway through this fourth quarter. I still want the 40. Still want it. All right, let's take a look at this game. San Antonio leading by 6. Minnesota struggling tonight. Anthony Edwards off the bench. Anthony Edwards off the bench. Wow. I assume first time he's ever come off the bench in his NBA career. He's played 11 minutes. Obviously still going to play a lot. 3 for 4 from the field. Knocked down his 1 3-point attempt. 3 boards, 2 assists. Still doing his thing as Anthony Edwards. Conley in the starting lineup. He only played 5 minutes. 0 for 2 from 3. Rudy Gobert has 6 points, 6 boards, 2 steals, a block. Rudy Gobert's hooping. Randall with 5 points, 2 for 7 from the field. Going to need more from Randall. He does have 6 rebounds, but 2 turnovers as well. No assists. Jaden McDaniels, 6 points for him. 0 rebounds, 0 assists for Jaden McDaniels. Just that said Edwards airball bingo spot. Off the bench, Naj Reid, 11 minutes. He's only got the 3. Jalen Clark and Bones Highland have not really contributed in their minutes. Highland 0 for 3 from the field, 0 for 2 from 3. We get on to the Spurs. Castle with 10. Wemby with only 2 and 14 minutes. Rudy Gobert, man. If Rudy Gobert can stifle Jokic in round 1 and then stifle Wemby in round 2, give the Stifle Tower retroactive Defensive Player of the Year. Take it away from Wemby. Give it to Rudy Gobert. Rudy Gobert. Holding Wemby to 2 points so far. 1 for 5 from the field, 0 for 3 from 3. Give it a Rudy, man. Give it up to Rudy, who's hooping right now. Nick Yak said blowout so much better than bingo. Oh, for sure. For sure. I'll take a blowout over hitting bingo every single time. Bingo is just a fun side thing. The game is obviously what we're most concerned about. Kenar said Rudy is hooping. He's dominating. He dominated the Jokic matchup. And now he's dominating Wemby. It's game 1, first half. Wemby is obviously going to get it going at some point. He's not going to be held to 10 points tonight or anything like that. He might, actually. But Rudy is dominating this matchup right now. And you love to see it. You love to see it. Rudy over-slandered. Over-slandered, man. It went way too far to slandering Rudy. So I'm happy hopefully people are singing his praises here with the performance he's putting on in the playoffs so far. Kolek down the lane, scoop layup, got it to go. Tyler Kolek out of the timeout, right to the rim. Love to see that. Damon Smith said Sohan brings the energy. That's fine. We're in a blowout, brother, so it doesn't really matter who plays. I would like to see Sohan at some point. Get Hug Porty out of there. You're going to need him the remainder of the series. They get over to Trendon Watford on the left wing, being guarded by Shamit. They get it over to Justin Edwards, coming off the screen, and he turns it over. Good hands and defense from the Knicks. Shamit pushing the pace the other way, swings it out. Diawara, left corner 3 in transition. Diawara can't get the friendly bounce, bat on the boards, picked up by Barlow. And here comes Dominic Barlow bringing it down. Crosses over on Hug Porty, swings through, down the lane, draws the foul, can't get the layup to go. And Brunson, I knew that was going to happen. Brunson over on the bench after they gave Barlow. So Barlow uses a low swing through, and they give him the foul call. Brunson immediately hops up off the bench with his hands up in the air. He's like, where was my call earlier in the game? Where was mine? Don't give him that now. And he's 100% right. 100% right. Mark said, stop blowing the dang whistle, slowing things down, refs. Geez. I mean, this game is over, and the refs are still giving these little ticky-tack fouls. Horrific officiating. Barlow misses the first one. He's got another one coming. Joe and I said, Wemby, 6 blocks, 6 rebounds. Does he have 6 blocks? See, I didn't see that. Is he dominating defensively? He is dominating defensively. He's got 6 blocks, Wembenyama. Woo-hoo-hoo. Look at Wemby hoop. So Wemby's showing up defensively, which is why the game is so low scoring. It's 39-37. Defensive matchup there. They try to get it to Shamit. Almost a turnover, but he saves it over to Dadier. They swing it out. Dadier stepped on the sideline. Barlow did knock down the other free throw, so it's 119-88, 31-point lead. Kenar said, fire Scott Foster now. This whole crew has been terrible. But obviously, Scott Foster set the tone with the way he officiated. Here comes Trendon Watford bringing it down against Shamit. Watford hits Shamit with a little shoulder, kicks out to Edwards, the 3. High bounce, can't get the second bounce. Hug Porty the rebound. Diawara hit ahead to Kolek. Kolek, he's going to stop and pop for a 3. I love it. Oh, I love it, Tyler Kolek. Get your playoff points up, brother. Get your playoff points up. Here comes Dalen Terry on the right wing. They get it to Watford. Watford on the right wing. They get it up top to Edwards. Edwards. Directing traffic. Coming to his left. Off the Barlow screen. Swings through. Down the lane. Gets fouled. He's going to the foul line for 2. 5:30 to go. 5:30 to go. Who will be into anyone in triple-double territory? Well, technically, Karl-Anthony Towns and Josh Hart were on pace for triple-doubles, but obviously they didn't have to play much in the second half. and at all here in the fourth quarter. So, Mark Avon, what's up, Mark? Always love to see you, Mark Avon. It's been a while, brother. Appreciate you. Gigi said, Knicks have to stop this. I need the games to be more competitive. Enough with the blowout. No. Let's not get ahead of ourselves, Gigi. I know you're joking, but we're not even going to put that out into the ether. If the Knicks have blowouts all the way to the end, man. Mark said, good night again. Yes, sir. My guy, Mark Avon. Appreciate you. The other Mark Stingray. What's up, Mark? Keep playing with your beard, Sixers? Oh, yeah, the camera panned over to the Sixers on the bench. Yeah, playing with their beards, twiddling their fingers over there. This game's been over for a while. They've known it. We know it. Everybody knows it. Except for the officials, apparently, who are still officiating this as if it's a regular season game. Kolek, mid-range, pull up, can't get it to go. Huck Porty, offensive rebound, pass fake, inside, Kolek, pump fake, cross court. Dadia, you got to shoot that three, man. They get it over to Diawara. He'll fire up the three. Diawara will knock me down. There you go, Mo. There you go, Mo. And I'm not even giving Philly points, by the way. It's 89 to 125. Score was slightly off. 36-point lead for the Knicks. Again, give me a 40. Give me a 40. Trendon Watford gets it over to Dalen Terry. Terry coming to his right. In the mid-range, driving it down. My guy, Knicks fan, still contributing to the community. Appreciate you. Watford, a three. He throws up a brick. Here come the Knicks. They're up by 36. Give me a 40. Diawara coming to his left. Over to Kolek. He'll take the lane. Blowing past the defense. Inside, Huck Porty. Gets the layup and the foul area. Huck Portier's first basket of the night, courtesy of Tyler Kolek, who's diming it up out there. Tyler Kolek, 8 and 3. And my guy Jason also getting in the action. Appreciate you. Gifting the GGs. Yes, sir. This one's over. It's been over for a while. Huck Porty with 2 and 7. I guess if we could get Huck Porty a couple of easy ones. Mark said, where are those Philly fans? I mean, they've been MIA. They've been MIA for a while, man. Keenan Hart said, Mo Lek killing it. Tyler Kolek, Mo Diawara, Ariel Huck Porty showing some things here, man. I mean, the Knicks reserves are just smoking Philly's reserves at this point. These are the end of the bench guys, and the Knicks reserves look like true blue possible NBA players. Philly's reserves, I mean, Trendon Watford, I thought you were better than this, brother. Watford down the lane against Shamet, draws the foul. My goodness. The hacking, the whacking, that's absolutely foul in Shamet, by the way. I'm not even going to blame the officials on that one. Keenan Hart said, watch the double-double. Going to be Kolek? I'd take the Kolek. I'd take anybody double-double, obviously. But Kolek with 8 and 3. He's got a little ways to go with the 3 assists. Over 5, we'll start keeping an eye on it. But we've got 4 minutes to go, so not a ton of time left. LP, what's up, LP? Let's make it competitive. Let's start our current 5 out there right now for Game 2 and see what happens. We're just going to give them a 15-point head start and see if that makes it a competitive game. Trendon Watford splits the free throws. 38-point lead. Give me a 40-point lead. I don't care if we win by 40. I want at least a 40-point lead. I want the largest lead of the game to be 40. Kolek down the lane, throws with the floater. There it is. Comes up short, battle for the rebound, knocked out of bounds. It's going to go back to Philly. All right, get a stop. This is what we're relegated to watching. We're watching to see if the Knicks can get a 40-point lead. Here comes Philly. Skomberg, what's up, Skomberg? Got the orange and blue on. Another amazing performance. I mean, this is the jacket. This is the jacket. They hit a Jabari Walker comeback door. Huck Porty looked like he got a block along the baseline. Beautiful defense. And Justin Edwards has to meander with it out on the perimeter. Coming to his left, trying to split the defense. Another foul. My goodness, the officiating. I get it. That is a foul, but Mark said, keep that thing fresh. We're not going to change the outfit. Hopefully we never have to change the outfit during the rest of the playoff run, but we will change outfits upon losses. And hopefully we keep this outfit to the end of the finals run here. Ram Jam said, I wonder how the Philly streams are doing. Oh, it's going to be glorious. It's going to be a glorious viewing of social media after this game tonight. Glorious. Going through the timelines, listening to the podcast tomorrow. Oh, it's going to be good. It's going to be good. Mark said, keep rocking those threads. We're not changing it. Hitting the dry cleaner tomorrow, we're not cleaning nothing. We're not doing nothing. I take it off, it goes right back on its hangers and right back on the rod right behind us. Gets hung up. And then we come back down and we throw it right back on. That's it. I mean, it's being worn for 3 hours at a time while I'm standing in a room, so it's not like it's getting dirty, you know. Jason said, don't even wash anything, Chef. We're riding the wave. I mean, nothing's getting washed. Nothing. Nothing normally gets washed until the end of the regular season. Then we start washing things in the offseason. Again, all the outfits you see me wear here on stream, don't leave this room. The only time I wear it is in front of this camera. Mo Diawara, beautiful, manipulating around the Hug Porty screen, gets the finger roll layup with the right hand. And it's a 39-point lead. Again, and another foul is called. Another foul is called. Another foul is called. The never-ending game, folks. The never-ending game. My goodness, the free throw shooting tonight has been horrific. What an awful officiated game. Awful. And then, yes, both teams are hacking and whacking away. I get that. This is awful, though. This is awful viewing. Thankfully, it's a blowout, so it's not close, but. Mark said, Chevy needs a dry cleaner sponsor. Maybe one day. Wofford knocks down the first one. He's got one more coming. Ricardo said, can't believe no Knicks average 40 minutes nowadays. Yeah, it's crazy what happens when you get a coach you trust the bench, and crazy what happens when you get a bench. You know, I'll give Tom Thibodeau the benefit of the doubt. He didn't have much of a bench, but he definitely had guys he could have trusted, and he didn't. Wofford knocked down both free throws. 130-93. Kolek bringing it down, gets it over to Diawara. Diawara hands it off to Dadier. Dadier gets it over to Hug Porty, takes the handoff, keeps it. Terry switches onto him. They hand it off to Shamit. Shamit hasn't even taken a shot tonight, right? He's taking one mid-range shot. Pump fakes, gets over to Dadier. Jab step, down the lane, throws up the lefty floater. Oh, block home Dadier, showing something spicy. Back to 39 it goes. Give me a 40. Give me a 40 by the end of the night. We're under 3 to go. Trendon Watford down the lane, leans in, looking for a foul. He doesn't get it, but he does get the floater to go down. Finally. They allowed them to play a little physicality there. Kolek bringing it down, has it on the left wing. Kolek gets it over to Shamit. Shamit will fire the straightaway. That's the 30. That's the 40 right there. Screw a 30. That's the 40 right there. 40-point lead for the New York Knicks. 135-95. Another disastrous outing. Another amazing outing here for the Knicks, I should say. Watford down the lane's got nowhere to go. They kick it out to Justin Edwards, being guarded by Dadier. Coming to his left, they swing it out to Watford. Pump fakes, back over to Edwards. He puts up the straightaway 3. That's fine. He knocks it down. We don't care. We got the 40-point lead. That's all we wanted. That's all we were rooting for. We had to find something to root for as the game was winding down, right? And we got it. Diawara gets it over to Hug Porty. Hug Porty sees a double team, swings it out. Shamit pump fakes out of the corner, swings through towards the baseline, and steps on the baseline. Side back, game ball. My goodness, slipping all over my words. Ball back to Philly here, but we're going to get a timeout first with just under 2 minutes to go. Jason said, I want 140. That's the next thing we're going to root for. There you go, Jason. Knicks got to get 140 points tonight. Carson said, Chef, you're not going to lie. Don't get too happy. Remember 76ers got blown out first game, but then started to play good? I literally said that earlier in the game, Carson, but the game has been over for so long, we're done talking about this game tonight. This game has been over for a while. We're finding silly things to root for. As this game goes on. I like that everybody has scored tonight. Everybody who's played has scored, right? Clarkson scored. Check the box scores. Everybody who has played for the Knicks tonight has scored. Except for almost everybody who's played tonight scored. No Bona, no Drummond, no Johnny Broom for Philly. So that's 3 players for Philly. But everybody's played except for Lowry. And then everybody scored for the Knicks. Everybody has scored for the Knicks, and everybody's played except for Sohan. No Sohan tonight. No Jeremy Sohan tonight. And everybody in the positive. Everybody in the pluses here. Which we love to see. Al-Haj Bay, what's up, Bay? Largest margin of victory in 2 consecutive games? Maybe. They did just say on the broadcast something along the lines of no team has ever won by 40-plus in back-to-back playoff games. I think that's what they were saying. I don't know because I wasn't fully paying attention because, again, this game has been over for a while. Mr. Nixon said 74-51 halftime score. So good. Also, something we could take a look at here as well is to see the quarter-by-quarter score. Something I do like to look at. We could also take a look at the other game going on. Mark said we put the Sixers in the gulag. I mean, people got to start respecting this Knicks defense, man. It's real. It's real. I expect Philly to play better as the series goes on, but their defense is real. All right, the review. Get the chef you had out of the way. The Knicks scored 33 in the first, 41 in the second, 35 in the third. Just a non-stop and offensive barrage from the Knicks. Philly wasn't even bad with their scoring. They weren't even that bad. 25, 26, 27 is like average. You know, they got 98 points, which is about average for playoff scoring, where playoff scoring has been. It's been hovering around 100, a little over 100, like 105 really. So Philly slightly behind. The defense has been solid. But the Knicks, over 30 in every quarter except the fourth here. And we still have 2 minutes to go, so they can still get over 30 here. But they only need 2 more baskets, only 4 more points. Crazy said, this is unreal for every player to score in back-to-back games. Yeah. Well, Sohan hasn't played, so I guess not every player for the Knicks has scored yet. But, yeah, it's been phenomenal. Keno Hart said, imagine how good the defense would be if they had called a real game with the whistle. A lot of ticky-tack fouls for sure. We'll see how the game is officiated the rest of the series. I assume it's going to be similar to how it was officiated tonight. You just have to be prepared for that when you play the 76ers. You know, like my mentality is that the Knicks are going to get shafted a bit on a couple of these calls with Embiid and mostly Embiid flopping towards the rim into players looking for these fouls. So, largest home playoff win in team history was set last year in Game 6 versus Boston. They just put it on the screen, which was 38 points. Knicks lead by 38 points 37 points right now. Jay Cheng said, Jeremy Sohan's not playing because of hamstring soreness? Oh, so he's out with an injury. So I guess technically, because he's not available, I assume, technically everybody's played and everybody scored. Thank you for that insight, Jay Cheng. I don't know if it's real or not, but I'll take your word for it. GG said, Sohan was brought here to guard PG-13. That is not why he was brought here, brother. Johnny Broom will fire up a 3. He's trying to get on the board. He misses it. He's one of the few guys who has yet to score here tonight. He's got 0, as you can see right here. Diawara over to Kolek, over to Shamit. He'll fire up a 3. He'll miss it. Rebound, knocked out of the air, picked up by Watford. Watford will bring it down. Okay, 2 things we can watch out for. Knicks get to 140, keep them under 100. Watford up top. They get over to Justin Edwards. 120 to go. Watford being guarded by Shamit. Swings through to his right. Watford picks up his handle. Over to Johnny Broom. Ran up the line by Kolek. Jab step, taking the baseline. Throws up a tough floater. In and out. Can't get it to stay. And it's goaltend, basket interference. I'm going to give it to us. Well, we're not getting Maxey for 30, so I guess it doesn't even matter. Maxey for 30 shafted us for the bingo tonight. But I'll just for accuracy's sake, I'll give us the basket interference or the goaltend. I'm going to take both. I've thought about it. Basket interference, goaltend, I'm going to take both. What do we get there? Kenta with a very generous super chat. Appreciate you, Kenta. He said, this is for you, Sheffy. Good job tonight. Appreciate you, Kenta. Thank you for your generosity, brother. You guys have been so incredibly generous tonight. We're going to have to go through a ton of people who donated through the super chat tonight. Shaman, a step back, left wing 3. He misses it, rebounded. Dadier gets caught in the air inside. Huck Porty, 2-handed slam. We're under a minute to go, y'all. Under a minute to go. Keep Philly under 100. Knock down 1 more 3, you get 140. 39-point lead right now. They get it over to Watford, dancing with it against Dadier, turns it over. Good defense. Shaman will bring it down. Ball knocked out of his hands, out of bounds. It's going to stay here with the Knicks. We got 30 seconds to go. I think we got it. I think we kept them under 100. George Jones said, get a stop. They got to stop there. They got the steal. But Kolek's going to dribble out the clock. There you go. And that should do it. We didn't get the 140. But they should dribble out the clock right there. Good, I think. What's up, good? I can't wait for football to start. We got some time before football, brother. Jason said, dang, knocked down a 3 in their face. Nope. And Philly's going to dribble out, and they held Philly under 100, baby. 98 to 137, which, by the way, sets the record. As Broom fires it up at the end. It was after the buzzer, so it doesn't count. So 98 to 137. It is the largest, first team in NBA history to win 3 straight playoff games by 25-plus points. They started it in Game 5 against Atlanta, 29. Game 6 against Atlanta was 51, and here tonight is 39. Rich Smith with an incredibly generous super chat. Appreciate you, Rich. Said Knicks in 4. Yes, sir, that has to be the mentality. Knicks in 4 until proven otherwise. Here we go. Amazing win, Mark. Amazing win. Incredible win. Notice, and shout out my guy, AP. Not in sight. Not in sight at all. You know he'd be up in here if the Knicks were struggling. But the Knicks can't be stopped right now. My guy AP is not in sight. Shout out my guy. You guys know I have a large appreciation for my guy AP. But my goodness, this was the vision. This is the vision of this team. This is why I've been harping that this team is capable. This is why performances like this. Mark said he's around, he's lurking. I always talk about my guy AP waiting in the shadows. He's down there in the corner of the room, waiting in the shadows behind the columns. Like, are the Knicks struggling yet? No, they winning. All right, I'm gonna stay back here. Oh, they struggling? Let me get in there. I told you. It's like, no. I tried to tell y'all. Shout out my guy AP, man. Again, I have such a large appreciation for my guy AP, but I always got to push back on the negativity because of nights like this. The Fleas, pack them up. Salute Sheffy, appreciate the Fleas. Shout out everybody for all the generous super chats in the chat tonight. My goodness, thank you guys. You know, I'll never ask for it because I try to get every comment in the chat anyway, so you don't have to put the super chat in there. Obviously, as we get more people in the chat, it's harder to get every comment, so I apologize if sometimes I miss out on something. But I appreciate you guys nonetheless. And shout out my guy. Let's shout out everybody in the super chat tonight. Also, shout out all of the channel members. That's going to wrap us up. Wednesday on ESPN, that's true. Actually, before we wrap it up, let's take a look at tomorrow's schedule. So we can take a look real quick. We're at halftime, 45 all. 45 all, Timberwolves Spurs. Cool. Tuesday. Mr. Nixon said, Shah Sheffy, appreciate your hard work, brother. Keep it coming. See you for game 2. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Ram Jam, appreciate you. So tomorrow we have Cavs Pistons game 1. And we have Lakers Thunder game 1 as well. But again, we can only cover one game. Why do they keep doing this? Why do they keep overlapping the games? Just have them one after the other. Why do we have to do this? We can't. It sucks for me. It's probably nice for fan experience because you could swap back and forth between the games as they're going on. But it sucks for me because I want to do both games. I want to do the double headers. But we're just going to have Cavs Pistons tomorrow. So we're just going to do Cavs Pistons tomorrow. This is obviously the better series. I think this is going to be a Thunder sweep. We'll try to check out a Lakers Thunder game. I want to try to at least do one game from each series. Just that's a 10:30 is a late start. It is, but if this game starts at 7, 2.5 hours is 9:30. Just push this back another hour. But what is the difference? An 8:30 start versus a 9:30 start? I just think it's better to be able to watch. Like as a basketball fan, as a big basketball fan, my preference of watching a game is from start to finish. I don't like changing the channels, even during the commercial breaks. Like during the commercial breaks, like nowadays I can go on my phone. But when I was a kid, I'd sit there, I don't know, like pull out my like Game Boy or something. You know, like I wouldn't change the channel. I hate changing the channel during a sports game, right? Like I want to watch it from beginning to end. I want to see every play. I want to see all the intricacies of the game and see how we arrived at that point. Some people are, you know, they can switch back and forth. They don't mind. That's fine. It's just different viewing experiences. But I want to watch every single possession, in and out. I want to see the in-between spots where guys are walking out. What do their mentalities look like? What are the looks on their faces? Like, I love watching that stuff. I love watching the in-between stuff, reading between the lines. So this bothers me. Not going to bother everybody, but this bothers me. Joe and On said 8:30 Eastern. That's 5:30 in Cali. Kind of early in my opinion. Yeah, it's not even a primetime viewing experience in LA, which is why like 9:30 would push it to 6:30. At least you can get off work, get home, and be able to watch the game, or like get off work, go to a bar, and then watch the game. 5:30 sucks. It's a tough start time. Anyway, appreciate everybody in the chat. So we're gonna be live tomorrow 6:45 for Cavs Pistons. We'll set it up right now. Obviously after I end the stream. And then the Knicks, obviously, it's every other day now, so no more than one day of rest in between each games. So the Knicks will be back again on Wednesday as the 76ers take on the Knicks. Yet again. It will be again in Madison Square Garden. Obviously, Timberwolves and Spurs will also tip off. Sharon McLean up in her membership. 9 months for Sharon McLean. Appreciate you. She also said, we are the New York Knicks. Absolutely, Sharon. Appreciate you for that. Thank you, everybody, for the generosity. Kenta said OKC's probably Central Time. Yeah, but it's also tipping off in LA. It's a Lakers game as well, so it's for people in California. It's tipping off at 5:30, which sucks. It just sucks. Iron Wolf, appreciate your Sons, Jen said, you can put games on while West Coast is still at work. Yeah, that sucks. I would hate that. I'm happy. I would rather stay up late than miss a game because I'm at work. Like I give me the opportunity to watch the game. I don't understand. I know it's tough because there's a full 3-hour distance in the country, 3-hour time difference in the country. I get it. You're right, from coast to coast, but I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I definitely prefer, even though it gets us late and sometimes you fall asleep watching these games, I'd rather do that than miss out on the game entirely earlier in the day. Spacebound said, Sheffy, thank you, appreciate you, always enjoy the streams. Let's go, Knicks. Yes, sir. Spacebound, yes, sir. So again, we'll be live tomorrow, 6:45 for the 7 o'clock tip-off time of Game 1 between Pistons and Cavs. And of course, we'll be back on Wednesday for the Knicks taking on the 76ers. But we'll also stay live because starting Wednesday, we could do the doubleheader. Doubleheader. ESPN got it right. 7 o'clock start time, 9:30 start time. Again, just move back an hour, NBC. What are you doing? Move it back an hour. So Wednesday, we'll be able to do the doubleheader. We're going to do both games on Wednesday. That is the plan for now. If anything changes, I'll let you know, of course. But with that being said, let's get ahead to our final screen. Shout out all of the channel members, which I have to update this. I'm going to do it right now. I have to update this. The bingo has gifted a ton of members, a ton of chatters, memberships to the channel. So I appreciate you guys. Again, whether you gifted a membership or you decided to become a member all on your own, I appreciate you nonetheless. Appreciate Sharon McLean. Shout out everybody in the chat who contributed with super chats here tonight. The Fleas, Rich Smith, Kenta, Freeway Hustler, The Freeze again, King Free, Sons Jen gifted a membership, Kianahara in the super chats, The Fleas, JP Drums. The Fleas again, Brandon Peabody, The High Vibe, The Fleas again. Appreciate you guys all for your generosity here tonight. Hoobian, Daniel Dash, Justice Dad, Joseph Ricardo, appreciate you guys. Again, we'll be live tomorrow. We're going to be live for the foreseeable future up until the end of the regular season, and then maybe we'll take a little bit of a break, but of course we'll be back for some summer content. We have the draft, we have Summer League, I have videos planned, I have NBA, I have shorts planned, so I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait for it. I appreciate you guys. We'll be back tomorrow to do it all over again. So with that being said, remember, brush your teeth before bed, stay hydrated, and I'll catch you on the next one. Good night, everybody. Bye.